All right, here we go. Well, welcome everybody to another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders for this Monday Night Live. Where Short Will and Sarah, they both got the damn COVID. So Will can't taste or smell anything right now. So my brother Dan and his buddy Vinny is going to join me this evening. Talk about all sorts of fun, random whiskey stuff, as was said, and then talk about their crazy Whiskey WrestleMania they had this past weekend. So, hey, hi to our buddy Bill and to Swami from Two Wheels Down. How's it going? Good to see you guys. All right, so introduce yourselves and let them know what who you are.
Hi, I'm Daniel, Matt's brother. Enjoy whiskey. Live in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. I've got my friend Vinny here with me. We like to drink whiskey together, and it's kind of about it. Pretty much the same thing as probably everybody else here. So I think we should get to it. I think. Are you drinking the same thing am I am starting, Matt? Or
We can start with some high proof stuff. Why not?
sounds good to me.
So we're gonna start out with our. This is the Whiskey Crusaders barrel pick from Worth the Pour. This is a sherry cask at a beautiful 59.4%, encouraging conviction, Virginia Distilling. Also, 10% of the proceeds go to Folds of Honor. So there's our buddy Spencer Mav, Jason Coates. How's it going, guys? So it is available there at the store, and it's quite delicious.
And actually, what I really like about this bottle is the amazing packaging. They really went above and beyond on the packaging. There's what I like the most about this bottle is it actually locks. There's a funny story. I'm going to let Vinny try to say it. Hopefully, he'll get through it without crying.
The funny story, yeah, because
go ahead.
So it's got a lock in here. When you put it down, it goes on. You can shake the shit out of it, and it doesn't come off, which is nice.
Yeah. Someone gifted me a bottle of Lagavulin Distillers Edition, and I was laughing and leaned over, and the bottle flew out of the box and shattered on the floor.
It makes me so sad.
Unopened, brand new bottle.
Yeah.
That's the part that's even worse. Unopened.
So Dan was like, "Hey, Vinny, look, this is a Vinny-proof box."
That's right. Again, we would put all Vinny's bottles in these just in case. Be safer that way. It's too bad. So Scott and from the Scotch Just Dummies, he did that to a bottle of Balvenie Ton.
Ooh.
He hit it on the side of the truck as he was getting out of the truck, and they had to put both police officers. They walled it off with tape and everything for a crime scene. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that's like almost a felony level.
It really is. It's terrible. And Swami says that Vinny looks like a Vinny. Whatever happened to the Pixie Vinny? I don't know. That's a good point there. We've not seen him in a long time, have we, Swami? That guy's a long gone. From another channel we haven't seen probably in 2 years. He's talking about.
Gotcha.
He used to do luges of White Walker off himself. It was very entertaining. It's called drinking half a bottle of White Walker, which is a terrible plan.
Yeah, that's like you just don't like yourself, but you bought this bottle and I
Pretty
gotta
much.
finish it.
Because that is one of the worst whiskeys ever made.
It's almost
True.
like did his wife say, "Hey, you can't buy any more whiskey till you finish one"? I mean, I used to have that deal with my wife. You can buy a pair of shoes if you get rid of 2 pairs.
The first time I'd sent you whiskey, the only bottle I could find was a mostly full little tiny bottle of Johnny Walker Red.
That's right.
And me and Dan had to finish it just so we could.
Painful.
Ah!
I mean, I guess we could have poured it out, but then that
Or
felt
poured
even
it in Coke
worse.
or something. I don't know. It's not
Oh God! So I didn't know that part of the story. I knew it came in that mini thing. I knew because you had to finish the damn thing.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's
and it was
awful.
practically full too. That was the worst part.
Oh gosh, that's horrible. Hey, Dramhound, good to see you. So yes, if you guys like sherried Scotch, obviously this is an American single malt, like Glendronach, Macallan, this is one for you. It's quite delicious.
Now I haven't tried it back to back with Glendronach. I tried of the cask strength. I tried the regular sherry Purging Conviction next to Glendronach 15, and it holds up really well. I think Glendronach's still a little bit better, but Glendronach's really good if you like sherry. Definitely my go-to if I want a sherry bomb.
Absolutely.
But this, like I said, I haven't tried it back to back, but man, it is just really good nose, really, really thick. I really like it. They've really done a good job there. I can't remember her name, the Master Distiller. I know you've had her on a couple times.
Amanda Beckworth.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's just killing it over there.
Yeah, we had it right. We had a stream with her the other day. We talked about all 3 of these bottlings that came out on Friday. So you guys haven't had a chance to see that, go back and look at that. She talks about all 3 of the bottlings we did. So, Swami, you're at the worst days in ever. Where are you staying at? What state are you in at this point? I know he's doing a huge motorcycle run, so it feels like a Super 8. Ooh, that is bad.
It's
a bad days in.
Yeah, it's a days in. That kind of like is par for the course. Like, well, I have to sleep somewhere for the night, and
it's better than the Econo Lodge.
Yeah, it's better than Motel 6. You know.
There you go. Oh my gosh, Bill's got
the Howard Johnson. Those might be the worst.
The Hojo. There you go.
Are those even around anymore? Or are those gone?
I stayed at one.
No, I think they're still around, as far as I know. I know the restaurants are all closed, but the hotels, I think, are still in existence. Wow, that's pretty bad.
6 kids, and I'm a mailman, so I stay at cheaper places.
Wow, Bill's got a Abalor Abuna Batch 2. Holy crap. Killing the bottle. That's amazing. I think they're like, I don't know, they might be over 100 batches at this point in time. That's pretty impressive to have a Batch 2 of that.
Yeah, it's such a good nose on that. So this past Friday, Vinny hosted a whiskey wrestle, and I will let Vinny describe the purpose and what we were trying to, I guess, get out of this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've heard different stories about cheap whiskeys and how, hey, they hold up pretty well here and there. And then I've also seen a lot of blinds, like videos doing blinds where like shocking results come from it or whatever. So it was like, I invited people over and everyone just bring a bottle, and the rule was it can't be over $20
for a $750.
For a $750. Yeah, if you spend $22 on a handle, that's fine, but it was $20 per $750 basically. So we had a bunch of guys come over. Some people brought 2. I think there were 8 or 9 of us, but we had 12 whiskeys altogether. They're all cheap, bottom of the barrel stuff. And it was interesting results and everything. I named all the bottles, or the little, those little 2-ounce bottles that you send around?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got 8-ounce versions of those.
Oh, wow.
Because we had 8 or 9 people testing. So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so what we did is just we came in, we handed our bottles to Vinny's wife, and so then it was a completely double blind. Vinny didn't know, and we didn't know.
Okay.
And so she took each of them, poured them into those bottles, and the fun part was Vinny came up with punny whiskey names, but for wrestlers, like actual wrestler names and like a pun. So, like, for example, like instead of Rowdy Roddy Piper, Rowdy Roddy Pot Still, just really funny stuff like that. So
there you go.
Stickers.
Yeah,
on
so different.
Both the bottles.
I don't know if you can kind of see.
Here, hold on. I'll make you big. Hold on. There you go.
So like Bill Goldberg, he did like match Bill Goldberg.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So he just put the sticker on, on both the actual bottle and then the little, obviously, non-marked bottles
that's
that we
funny.
had. But so we had 12 different ones, like he said, and it was. I don't know if maybe part of it was our taste buds got blown away at some point because it's a lot of tastings in about a 3-hour period, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the rules were it could be any whiskey, so it could be a Scotch, but just had to be, the only rules had to be a whiskey and had to be under the $20 per $750. So what came in number 1 was I don't know how much because it was different than everything else, but it was a John Barr, which is actually I like for a blend.
Actually, good stuff. Shockingly,
it's really shockingly good, and most people don't know about it. So it's kind of nice to if you're looking for something cheap to bring to something.
It was better than Johnny Walker Red.
That's for sure.
Yes, it doesn't take much.
I think I like it better than Cuddy Shark too.
Oh yeah, I'd agree with you on that. So we got a new fan here. We got CFC 1001 CFC. It says just discovered channel today. What would you think is the best cheap 100 proof whiskey? The best
This
cheap.
is a great question. We had a lot of bottles and bonds for this.
Oh, there you go.
We had Tom Moore bottle and bond.
I love that bottle.
We had Benchmark bottle and bond. JW Dant.
That was good too.
I
think for the money,
Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, and I think that was it.
Tom Moore, you can get Bottle and Bond for like $20, and it's $175 for it. I think it's fabulous stuff for the money.
Which one?
Tom Moore.
Yeah, it came in third.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
The most shocking thing of the night, Wild Turkey 101 came in second.
Which I am shocked that, because I asked Vinny if it was the new. It's the new one too, which I'm very surprised.
I was blown away that couldn't. And we had enough people where we added up everybody could score theirs. We had 1 to 10, 10 being you'd actually drink this, 1 pour it in the drain, but everybody was kind of their own scaling, so it kind of evened itself out with the sample size we had, and it wasn't close either. It wasn't like it won by just a little bit. The John Bar won by a ton compared to everything else, and then it was Wild Turkey 101. Tom Moore came in third.
Okay.
Benchmark Bonded came in fourth. Then we had just an American whiskey called Triple Crown, like the cheap.
I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've actually ever tried that one.
Yeah, with you?
No.
He doesn't have it with me.
It's probably like that Texas Crown that you had, just with a on it. I know that's what I was.
Or maybe even like a Canadian Mist, but not so Canadian-y, more American whiskey.
Yeah, okay.
But that kind of a similar type, just kind of neutral maybe.
That works.
After that, the JW Dant, then the Evan Williams 1783.
Okay, that's good.
Then the regular Early Times.
Okay.
Regular Coopers. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. So Evan Williams Bottle and Bond did worse than 1783. Which
I'm shocked on that.
Yeah.
Actually, I rated it higher on mine.
But I mean, the aggregate. These are the aggregate scores. So
so we see.
11th or second to last was the Benchmark Foolproof, which is just not good. It's the 125 proof version of Benchmark.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, that one.
And then last, which it should come in last, was regular old Benchmark, $16 a handle.
No surprise.
No surprise there.
You're right, Bill. Scotch will win every time over those. That's pretty funny. Your wife is smiling right next to you. See, well, at least she's not spelling your fart, Swami, so that's a plus for your wife. So, it's always a plus in there. Yeah, the 80 proof Benchmark is definitely very thin. The 100 proof from the barrel, I think, is definitely better. I mean, it's not expensive. So if you can find it, it's worth picking up just to get a better Benchmark.
Yeah, the Benchmark Bonded came in fourth. They came right in behind Tom.
Yeah, so that'd be worth picking up.
Yeah, and it's I think like $18 or something like that. So
if you can find it.
Yeah, if you go to Indiana, you can get all 5 of the Benchmarks there.
For $100.
Yeah, they've got $100. You can get all 5.
The whole
there you go. See, perfect. Hey, Dram Yankee, good to see you. Yeah, Jason dislikes the Illinois as well. This does not surprise me. Yeah, it's not my favorite either, but I know a lot of people really love it. But hey, it works out. Let's see here. So that's nice. There you go, Bill. That's very nice of you to do to your wife there. It's a good plan. The Dutch oven, solid advice. Scott, how's it going? Good. You found a Macallan Terra Airport. Says it's tasty, but not it is Macallan, so no surprise. Hey, Marty, it's good to see you there from Whiskey Nose. You can check out his channel. Check out his. The baby, you're right. Benchmark is baby Buffalo Trace. You're correct. That's exactly what it is. And there's Whiskey Wookie. Good to see you as well. How's it going? All right. So I have this cool thing I found. This Chattanooga whiskey that is finished in a Islay Scotch barrel. 3 different Islay Scotches. Doesn't say which ones, but I think the 95 proof. I like Chattanooga anyway. So
have you had them on the show?
Chattanooga? No.
Yeah. That would be cool. I feel like they're. And I don't know, maybe I'm just naive, but it seems like I never heard of them until about 2 years ago. Is that?
Yeah, they were sourcing first, and they didn't really have much distribution, but now they're finally starting to get distribution, but it's quite good. Yeah, I agree, Marty. Yeah, it's a great bottle. I do like this nice, big, thick bottle. It's got a nice cork on it. It's just a nice, hefty bottle.
Yeah, they've got a good rye, a good high-proof bourbon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite
really
nice.
Good stuff.
I should have brought that.
Yeah. I'm going to drink the Mirage store pick of Woodinville with its amazing.
Oh yeah, here let me make you big again so everybody can see the tater sticker from Mirage here. There we go. It's got a nice Woody on the front, so it's very nice of them. So it's pretty funny. Oh, cool. So Marty, you get to meet up with Tim from Chattanooga. Oh, very cool. Awesome. That sounds good. That's right, Carla. It's the best sticker ever.
No, my wife apparently is watching.
That's pretty funny. She did pick it because of the sticker, which was pretty hilarious.
Hey, I'll take another bottle of whiskey while I'm at the store if the wife says it's okay.
Right. See, this one I don't know. Silas Jones? No, actually, I've never heard of that one. What is it? A bourbon or what kind of whiskey is it? And where's it from? I've never actually heard of that one. I've heard of most things, so that's shocking. Is that a little local type distillery type thing? 25. Okay, so it's really it says budget $26.175. All right, might see if I can find that or not.
Was it a
This is
bourbon?
true.
That was lovely. That must be Violet's normal cameo for the evening.
Of course it is. Okay, it's Bourbon, Kentucky. All right, I'll look and see if I can find that one. So Silas. All right, I'll see if that's even available, which I don't know if it's here or not. Certainly worth, but sometimes you get those Kentucky only ones, which is very nice. Oh, I bet more. I bet it is good. Scotch finish. I bet it's good with a cigar. I bet that is.
So is Chattanooga? Are they still sourcing, or are they completely their
No,
own?
this is their distillate. So this is their distillate, then finished in an Isla Scotch barrel.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. So
all their stuff, I actually like all their made stuff way better than their source stuff.
How does it say on the bottle, or do you know if it's after a certain year?
Yeah, so if you look on the bottle, it'll tell you distilled and bottle aged and bottle by. That's how you know they made it. If it says if it just says bottle by, it means they didn't make it. And a lot of times it'll say distilled in Indiana, things like that. That's your dead giveaway. They didn't make it. That's MGP. Or it'll say distilled in Kentucky or some other bullshit. That's doesn't say distilled by them.
Remus is one of my favorite MGPs.
Okay. Hey, James Morgan, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay, so you're in Atlanta, so pretty good market for bourbon. Okay, so I guess it's so it's not just in Kentucky, and that's good to know. A whiskey bottle with a minion on. I bet I have seen tater stickers with minions on them, but not recently. But I can ask around if someone needs to have that. Yeah, OG 114. Yeah,
I can find it here pretty easily still. I just bought a bottle I got for a friend of mine. He's kind of getting into whiskey, and I bought it for him mostly because it is becoming allocated. And I'm like, well, this is good to have on your bar. It's not an expensive bottle, so I don't feel bad as he's, learning about whiskey if he's not, going to love it or not. It's just something he can put back on the bar. But I think it's a solid. Was it $24 to $26 somewhere in that?
It's cheap. I think the last one I bought.
The bottle and bond is more money than it. I've seen in a lot of places.
It's funny because I know I think I got all three of them at the base. It was great. They were dirt cheap.
Yeah, I think $20 to $22, something like that at the base.
Yeah, because I got this was a few years ago. I got the bottle and bond for $10.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
It was on sale. They're like, it was on like the clearance rack or some shit one day. And I think the regular one was $8, and I think the 114 was $20.
It's a shame that the base doesn't carry any trace products anymore. Because I used to be able to I used to buy at a case at a time. I buy Eagle Rare. It would be $23 a bottle for
so great. They're like, you can have all of them.
It was fantastic.
Like, no one cares about this shit. Now you can't even get any. You can't even get Benchmark at the base. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay. I haven't seen Eagle Rare in a store in forever.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's been a while. Or if I do see it's because it's at some store that's completely overpriced.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been out and looking in California, but every time I've been there in the past and looked, they usually had just tons of it. Handles and handles of it actually on the shelves. So I don't know if that's still the same, like at a Bevmo or something like that. I don't know if anybody's lives in California that's on the stream that could.
I don't think Clifton's here. Clifton would know. He lives out there, but I don't think he's here at the moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then Pat's out there too. I don't know if he's in here yet or not either.
When we were in Memphis for Aunt Maureen's wedding, they had tons of it on the shelf.
That's true. Try to closer Starlight today. That does not sound good at all, Swami. It's just cooked, doesn't it? Yeah. Igor is very easy to pick up in Atlanta. Oh, apparently you can get it really easy in Atlanta. Okay, well, that's good to know. So apparently if you go to Atlanta, you can get your share of your Eagle Rare. It's weird because it's kind of like here with Weller, Special Reserve is the basic green. Fairly easy here. But apparently in Florida, it's non-existent for any Weller product.
It's pretty easy here, too. I know 2 or 3 stores that always have it.
The SR, we can't find 107 here anymore.
Yeah, 107, that used to be easy to get here, but that's been gone for...
Yeah, the last easy time was 107 here was like 2015.
Pretty much since they went to the cork versus the screw top,
It's
I
been
haven't seen it
impossible.
It
anymore.
was on the shelf for a little while.
For antique. 107 when it went
Yeah.
to the cork. I saw it like once or twice and then it's gone.
Yeah, I never see it on the shelf. It's always in the back. It's never.
I mean, it's good. It's not. I mean, it was $23. It used to be.
Yeah,
So
but we put a
it was
cork in it.
great
Now it's 50.
for that. Yeah,
It's
they went to.
absurd.
I remember they went from the screw top to cork, and they doubled the price.
It's so stupid.
Those
Oh yeah,
were-
exactly. Well, it was definitely way more available 5 years ago. Absolutely. Yeah, you can find all of them on the shelf. I remember, God, this was early 2000s, going to Holiday Depot over there off of Randall Mill, and I would pick up Weller I still have bottles from those pickups. They're just the old Weller Special Reserve.
You need to put up Two Wheels Down's last comment there.
Which one?
It said inspired by space. It tasted more like it was inspired by Malort.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that sounds like that stuff was garbage. But I did not have that drink at all, Swami. That sounds terrible. Yeah, Oklahoma's crawling green label Weller. Yeah. Because I remember, like, even the old 12, I mean, old hideous bulb bottles, no problem. Just sitting there, nobody dropped, dusty as hell. Now, of course, you can't find them to save your life. It's ridiculous. Oh, we have a Malort. Malort did show up here in Texas, though. I was out filming a video. I saw Malort on the shelf at Worth the Pour. Shocking. Hey, Richard, there's our
It
buddy
is
from
the
there,
finest
from the Crowded
Swedish
Barrel.
liqueur.
It is definitely a fine Swedish liqueur. And Richard going there from the Crowded Barrel, awesome bartender right there. We had a chance to check out them. Go check him out. That's some awesome cocktails with Richard.
Donner Pass. That's got to be a joke, right?
Holy crap!
$90.
That's crazy, Donner Pass. Screw that. I'm paying
That
$90
is not
for
even
that.
remotely worth $90. It's good. It's worth $30.
Ooh, what is a nail polish finish? Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Special Reserve technically is like a bottom shelf bourbon, damn near. It's not. It's a $20. It's $30 for a handle. It's not exactly expensive stuff. It was never known as the great stuff. It was a mixing whiskey. It's what it was made for. I like the Chattanooga a lot so far, Marty. It's quite nice.
Can you give us some notes on it, Matt?
I can.
Work that magic nose of yours.
Let me pour a little more in that. I like to have a little more when I do this. Malort legendary for being slugged. What does everyone at the panel think of Baby Hudson? I don't have a problem with Baby Hudson. Granted, I haven't poured Baby Hudson in quite some time. So what's it taste like now when I probably poured it last time 5 years ago? I don't know. But I still have a couple bottles. They have all the new label Hudsons look totally different than the old stuff. But
I'm not familiar with Baby Hudson. What is that?
it's Hudson. It's out of New York.
Okay.
And I've got all their products. You can try them next time you come
It's
here.
the same thing. Like, is it supposed to be bad, like Malort, or?
No. It's people either really like it or they really hate it. It was one of the very first craft distilleries on the scene.
There's
and
no
it was
one
like $45 for a 375.
Is
And
it
it was
live?
like, I remember going to the store because Aunt Karen was looking for it,
Okay.
and she was like, "We got to find this Baby Hudson stuff." And this is back in the day. We found it, but yeah, it was like $45 for a 375.
Made with
It's not bad, but a lot of people really hate it now. But like I said, it's been a while since I've had one.
Is it a bourbon or what is it?
It's a bourbon.
Bourbon.
But they make rye and single malts and corn whiskeys and all sorts of other shit. It's got a really nice note. It's got some black pepper, vanilla, oak, caramel. It's also got like this, like a sandy beach going on. Some waves of like saltwater, taffy. There's another candy here. A little bit of licorice, kind of like a Twizzler. And some root beer, sarsaparilla. Yeah, it's got a really nice nose on it. Oh, you hate it with a passion of 1,000 suns. So you really dislike that. So Bill wants to know what's the future of American whiskey, single malt or bourbon? Well, since bourbon's getting hard to find, it's probably going to be single malt. I will say, especially the single malts they're putting out now are just so freaking good.
So amongst people that, more connoisseurish, I think everyone loves single malts. And I'd probably say for your channel, I imagine more people probably lean towards that than anything else. Outside of a couple people obviously have their loves, whether it be Irish or bourbon or whatever. My thing on that is like, I don't know. When I talk to just my like random friends that aren't really connoisseurs or even that big into it, they lean definitely towards the bourbon, not the Scotch. I think most people, as your palate develops, you kind of start liking that Scotch taste. But I know a lot of people, especially on the peat side of the spectrum, they can't get into it.
Well, this actually has a really nice peaty finish on it. It's not like heavy peat, but just got that nice wisp of smoke and peat with that licorice and black pepper. A lot of that nice saltiness you pick up off of Isle of Scotch.
So
That's
more like,
really nice
like the Teeling Black Pits type of peat, where it's just kind of there in the back, or more than that.
More than that, it's I would say it's probably closest to Coila, and I'm sure this is one of the source ones in here. But yeah, it's got that nice. That's really nice. Would not be surprised if there was some Laphroaig in here too, because it's got a little bit of medicinal on the finish as well. But this is really nice. I will send some up with you guys with Mom, so you can have some.
Sounds awesome
to share. It sounds a good plan. Oh yeah, there's a lot of really good blends out there. Like Compass Box is freaking amazing. Or just some of your higher end Johnny Walkers are really nice. Some of the higher end Dewars. In fact, I've got a 19-year Dewars I'm gonna try here in a little bit. Hey Bill, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope you got off your ridiculous call for work from the other day. That sounded like a fucking nightmare. So that was, I think Bill was on the phone all day and all night. It sounds like it. Yeah, we had a sub out Will and Sarra tonight, Richard, because they both got the COVID, so they cannot be here. Oh,
yeah. So sorry you're stuck with. If you don't know who I am, if you're new to the stream, I'm Daniel, Matt's younger brother. This is my buddy Vinny. We're both in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
I can display some names. There, I'll put the names on there so you guys know.
There you go.
There we go. And let's see here. I do want to see. Yeah, I like your new martini there, Swami. That should be quite nice. I think that'd be fun. It's a new martini. It's 2 ounces of blue curacao, 2 ounces of Bailey's, 2 ounces of Serrano, shake with ice. A pistachio martini. That sounds. We should make.
Ever since we were in Aruba as kids, Matt, and I saw that guy Blue Chunks with the blue curacao.
Oh my God! When Dave Blue Chunks from the Netherlands,
I can't even look at blue curacao.
I love blue curacao. I still drink it all the time. It's delicious.
Just seeing somebody just puke blue was enough.
It was hilariously funny. It was funny for us, not for him.
Well, no, that sounded very painful. I'm gonna drink this new barrel rye I picked up. So store pick here. I don't know if you want to show that, Matt.
Oh yeah, hold on. Make you big. There we go. New barrel, single barrel there. What's the proof on that bad boy?
It's 130.22.
Nice.
It's a 14-year rye.
That'll do. Whiskey Wookie, I'm currently drinking the Chattanooga finished in Isle of Barrels. It's a very nice Scotch finish on this. So quite nice. Nice bourbon. Really enjoying this.
So how
you're still on one right now, Bill. You're so lucky. You work for the greatest company in the world. That's nice, Swami. Hey, Donald, good to see you. Donald was here last week for a fun stream on the spots. If you guys missed that stream, go back and check it out. See all Donald's amazing knowledge on the spot whiskeys.
Yeah, that was a really fun stream last week, learning a lot about those.
I think Gunner Pass. I think this is a good point. Seems like a lot of people, including me, started with bourbon. It's sweet and easy to get into. Then cash paper and then lens of malt whiskey. Some love heavy peat right away, and others like it unpeated. I think that's fairly accurate assessment. I think for most people, that's kind of how it goes.
That is so good.
But this is quite nice. But I'm going to put this to the side. Enjoy this later. Or something else.
I'll send some of this barrel rye home with Mom.
All right, that sounds good. All right, let's see. What's the proof? That was a little higher. All right, so our buddy Whiskey Jason was here on Wednesday night, come to hang out here, visiting some family. So happened to see we came over for a few hours. He brought me this Leubenhausen from Germany. The rest of it is basically in German, so I don't know anything about it. So it's 6 years old and 43.2%. That's all I know. But it's a malted rye, and it's a single malt rye at that. So
you can send a picture of the back to me, and I can send it to Carla's dad. He speaks German.
Oh, okay. I'll do that and let him translate. That would be great.
We can translate.
Or Vinny's mom is from Germany.
Oh, well, let's your mom translate this. That'd be perfect.
That would probably be easier.
That'd probably be easier. Yeah, I'll send you pictures of the box because I don't know what it says. Oh, yeah, Ardbeg is delicious. Absolutely. You started with Ardbeg. Yeah, I started with Laphroaig as far as scotches go that I really liked. You know, I had Glenlivet, Glenfiddich. It was fine. Laphroaig 10, that's
I
what
still
won
think
me over.
Ardbeg Wee Beastie is the best dollar for dollar whiskey on the market.
For $35, you really can't beat it.
It's just so darn good.
The first time I had Laphroaig, I was into smoking pipes, and I smoked English tobaccos, which have like a lot of leather and like all that stuff. And I was at Dan's house, and we were on the back porch, and he's like, "Have you ever tried Laphroaig?" And he poured me some. I was like, "This is like awesome." It's like someone like washed out my pipe and put it in a glass. It's glorious.
Nice. That's great. Oh, see, to me, drinking Laphroaig is like licking a 2-week-old ashtray, but in a good way. Absolutely, it's exactly how Laphroaig is.
It's delicious.
It's like they said, it's like a mermaid's armpit or something like that.
My only complaint with Laphroaig is Laphroaig should only make cask strength. It's so darn good when it's cask strength.
It is. It is definitely the best at cask strength.
Last year's Carchus was so freaking good. Their PX.
Oh, that's the best cartridge I think I've ever had.
I actually ended up getting 2 bottles. I finished one of them already because it's so.
Did you really? You got 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, Bill was at the store that we got it from, and he's like, "You want to pick up another bottle?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna need to." They almost killed mine, and so then I did kill mine.
Nice. Hey, Andy, somebody's got to guard the fireworks. That's very important. So, but you're glad you're here. Exactly. Not a freak. Scotch demands your effort. Absolutely. It is interesting. You don't like Speyside, but you love our Big Ten at first stage. That is an interesting thing to have people do that. But hey, make different people. Donald had some Laphroaig around the campfire this weekend. Yeah, I know you had a very nice campfire.
Not much better than that, man. Campfire and whiskey. That's just way to go.
Especially peated whiskey.
Yes, a whiskey with attitude. Exactly. That's the best kind. Is a cask strength peated whiskey. That is definitely a love language. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really nice malted rye. There's not a lot of malted rye in the market, but if anyone's ever had Stauning, which is from Denmark, it reminds me of that.
The only German alcohols I've ever drinking were, obviously beer and then schnapps, like all different kinds of schnapses.
Like Jägermeister.
Yeah, Jägermeister. Yeah, that's from there too.
I mean, like liqueur is like apple corn and stuff like that.
Yeah. I love apple corn. Apple corn's delicious. It's like adult apple juice.
It is really good. It's been a while since I've drank that stuff.
I love it. I have a couple bottles. I also have a cherry version of it too. That's delicious.
Nice.
But yeah, I also like Jägermeister because it's called Goring Schnapps, and that's how they just don't want to talk about it. It's pretty funny. It's like, oh, I see we're heavily involved with the Nazis. That's nice. But hey, it just means it's the head of the hunter, which AKA Goring. So, oh well. They had to drink something to stay in there as they were getting shot at.
So CFC just asked about Irish whiskeys. Well, there's definitely
an Irish whiskey. I love many Irish whiskeys. I have a Tullamore Dew. It's a good night. The base Tullamore Dew is quite nice. It's fine. Yeah. But if you get into the single malt Tullamore Dews, but my favorite of the Tullamore is the Phoenix. Now, unfortunately, it's discontinued, but it's 110 proof. And they've got the Connemara, the peated version, which is a very nice from Kilbeggan, which I also enjoy thoroughly. I like that. The 12.
And peat. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful. I did get a sample of the cask strength finally. It freaking awesome.
Nice.
That is
looking for a good cheaper side of Kilbeggan, just regular is great.
It's good, yeah. Really cheap, under $30.
Yeah, same people that make that, yeah. So
can't go wrong with Redbreast. Totally agree. Especially the old Redbreast was, I think, the new stuff's not as good as the old stuff, I think, on Redbreast, unfortunately, but it is quite nice.
I really like Teeling a lot. I've really been enjoying Teeling lately.
Oh, yeah. The Teeling Black Pits, so good. So I heard some things are changing with Teeling, which is apparently they're not mixing Cooley anymore, Donald was telling us, and it's just going to be their stuff, which does not excite me as much. Because I really like having Cooley mixed in there, which was such good stuff. But I did get a sample of the new Teeling 17-year finished in a white wine cask from Will and Sarra. It is freaking awesome.
Is that because, like Donald was saying, they're running out of the Cooley?
Correct.
Bought like everything they had or something. How many years ago it was? And
Yes, exactly. Donald is correct. That Phoenix is a cracking Tullamore. The XO cast and Center cast are a raging trash fire. Yes, they are. They're disgusting. They're horrible. Like me and Donald, we both. I know. I gave it blind to Will and Sarra. They didn't mind that one. We and Donald think it's some of the worst shit ever. Truly hate those. I don't know why, but I don't like them. Oh yes, the old Redbreast 12 Cashman. Oh my gosh, that thing was unbelievably good. The new one is not great compared to it. It's still good, but it is a fair shadow of what it used to be.
so, for those that don't know, what year would that be you're looking for?
Anything from that is so the new box is a navy blue. You want the old maroon box cast for a 12. Anything that's from there is good. The new one, not so much. Disappointment.
The same stuff going on like Macallan and stuff as well, right? They've been changing stuff. They're out of freaking.
I can't tell you this on the stream, but I heard some very interesting news about them that I can talk about after the stream.
Sounds good.
About Macallan. I got it from insiders in the industry, so I can't tell you what I found out. It's a very, very interesting thing. What idiot bought all these bottles? I don't know, Jason. It happens. Pre-16. That's pretty accurate, Andy. Applecorn got introduced to visiting Germany in the 80s while my brother was there in the army. As I was in the Air Force. He told me that it's what the bums drank. Bums in Germany have good taste.
Yeah, there's a lot worse ways to get drunk.
For real.
You drink Mad Dog 2020? We drink Applecorn.
Yeah, Applecorn is good shit. I would not be sad about that. Yeah, those bums have great taste. Hey, Marshall. There's a Marshall who says Rough Spirits Collection. You haven't checked out his new channel. He does a bunch of rums mostly, but also does whiskey. So lots of fun in there. Donald says anything pre-2019 is the best thing for Redbreast 12. Yeah, my last one was a 2016, and it was amazing. But yeah, anything before 2019 says to get. Stranahan's Solera finish out saying if you can't find it, it's like a perfect blend of whiskey and cognac. Solera. I don't know if I've Solera finish. I don't know if I've ever had that one. I know I've had the yellow label and the black label and the maroon label and the blue label. I don't know if those are the Solera finish or not on the Stranahan's. But
so for
my favorite's that was it Black Diamond Hill or something like that. Stranahan's. That's my favorite they make.
We had our leftover from our whiskey wrestle. Everything left over, we kind of mixed into a little infinity jug here.
I like that. It's always the best way to handle whiskey left over. All right, let's see here. What should we do next? How about some Johnny Walker Blonde? Sounds good.
Hey, what was that thing that Dan had with the infuses for smoke?
It was just a smoke
Have you ever seen those smoke infusers?
I have.
So Dan Hoare brought one over to his house on Friday. It was pretty cool what it did. You know, it had like, you just kind of put it on there, put like a tea thing on top of your glass to let it sit and kind of shake it.
Pretty cool.
Pretty fun. I don't know if you've messed with that at all, but
it did give it a smoky flavor. It's nice.
Oh, that's cool. It's a tricky find. It's only Crow whiskey I found. Okay. Cool.
It's not good what I'm drinking. I can tell you that much.
I wish I put this.
Well, if you put a bunch of shitty whiskey together, what did you expect?
Well, what's
magic?
Magic.
I spent $100. You figure you get something better.
Yeah, $100 for 5. There you go.
You're getting asked what the Johnny Walker Blonde is.
To be honest, I know nothing about it. I just know I grabbed it because it was apparently something that was released back in like 2015, and it was dug out of the back of some warehouse, and it was $20. And so I was like, I don't have a Johnny Walker Blonde. I need that in my life. So I don't know. I know nothing about it. I need to look it up for you guys. When I find out, we'll do a review. I have no idea. It also may be terrible. I'll find out shortly.
This is going in my barrel.
So there is some really good Colorado whiskey, Talnua. One of the some people we know, that's their son works there. He's doesn't he own that distillery?
He started Talnua.
Yeah. So some people we know, their son started Talnua. So we had
cool.
quite a bit of it out here from some friends of theirs that
bring
it back to us every time they go to Colorado.
Well, this is not good.
Did you expect it to be magical? Because
I was hoping it would be better than like red, but
is it worse or better than White Walker?
It's blonde.
I don't know. It's a good question.
You'd have to put it in the freezer first, right?
I mean, I have White Walker in the freezer. I could grab it and find out. I mean, for science.
For science.
For science sake.
Or because this is a terrible idea. It's not good. I mean, White Walker already sucks bad enough as it is. Ooh, look, moldy
You can
cheese.
freeze it and change the molecular structure of it.
So while he's grabbing the notorious White Walker from the freezer, which if you haven't had it, you should keep it that way. It's absolutely terrible whiskey.
No, you should try it so you can be like the rest of us and be a glutton for punishment.
Well, I guess.
I don't think there's anything you shouldn't try. I just had a $20 whiskey night at my house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was pretty fun, though.
No porn bots tonight. Nope, we haven't seen them yet. But the night's young. They can always still show up. We had plenty the other night, and then we had plenty of them also with when we were on with Aberfeldy. They like to show up quite a bit. It was fun. It was very nice. All right, let's see which one of these sucks last. Okay. Oh, God. White Walker's still worse. Oh, God damn.
White Walker.
God, that's horrible.
The Johnny Walker Malort.
It really is. It's the worst. That's all
They
going
charge
into the
that
skip
garbage.
bottle.
Do they put anus in that?
I think they do. I think it's a requirement. Some guy just spreads his starfish and they pour through it. It's disgusting. That is the worst
Finish
stuff.
it off with a fart.
What were they
I think I would
charging?
rather drink Malort, to be honest. That stuff is awful. I don't have a problem with Aberfeldy being 40%. For the price, for 30, for 35, 36 bucks. And it's a really nice 40%, though. It's still a really good mouthfeel on it, shockingly enough. Hey, Ken, our buddy Scotch in Scotch, if you check out Ken's channel, check out his as well. All right, got to put something better. That is, I'll do that review in a long time. That sucks. Okay,
What did you
let's
pay
see.
for that bottle? Besides
$40.
too much.
$20 too much. Should have been $1. In fact, they should have paid me to take it out of their store.
Scotch Down Under is either drinking really early or really late.
I can never remember. I think it's the middle of the day there, I think. I could be wrong, though.
They're past the international date line.
What are tomorrow's lottery numbers?
I'm going to pour some Glenlivet illicit still. Nice non-chill filtered Glenlivet.
Is it good?
Hey, Eric Cord, how's it going? Yeah, it's good. Can't do 40 anymore. Too much better stuff at higher. Well, that's true. Green Spot's your exception. 11:17 in Wash AM. All right.
Is that Western Australia? Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
So is he in the Perth region, or is he just somewhere
He's
in the
in the middle of
outback?
fucking nowhere, as far as I know.
Hey, they got internet though, so
Does have the internet.
how bad can it be?
I don't know. He said he moved there recently from his old house to his new house, and apparently it's been the move from hell.
Ugh.
So he's still trying to get everything set up for his reviews again.
I think we're going to move on to peated rather.
But I have all these $20 bottles.
You need to drink the $20 bottles. I just drank that horrible.
I will
Johnny
drink the
Walker.
Weston peated.
But
You
these
can enjoy
$20
that.
bottles are getting mixed more, and they're going in my barrel.
Okay, that'll probably fix them.
Yeah.
So-
I've got rum in there right now. I don't know what the hell that's going to do. Can't make it worse, right?
That would be. Wow, I don't know. That should be very interesting what comes out of that after having rum in it.
So Vinny and I both have like small, like 2-liter aging barrels. I don't know if anybody else has gotten into this. It's a pretty fun little hobby to do. Kind of make up your own little mixes.
Nice and fruity.
So basically, you kind of pick some cheaper stuff and try to turn it into something good, or maybe finish something differently. My latest thing I did was I aged Kilbeggan after a friend of mine. He used I had bourbon in there first, and then he used that barrel to finish off his wee heavy beer. And so then I put the Kilbeggan in after that, and it's really
the beer
good.
was awesome.
The beer was really good, and this is like a very beer heavy whiskey. So kind of what got me the idea of it was like a couple of years ago, Jameson did those Caskmates. They did one with an IPA. They did one with Guinness, and it came out really good. Very beer heavy. It was a wee heavy beer, which is like a 12 to 12.5% beer.
Nice,
but really tasty.
I did that when I let him borrow my barrel a couple years ago, and I still have the giant barrel or the giant bottle. What's left of it. The beer has almost completely gone away from it now.
So the taste, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to drink them quicker.
Yeah, that probably helped. Yeah, this Whiskey still is nice. It's super nice and fruity. It's very nice for a Glenlivet non-chill filtered 48%. So it's quite nice.
So nice. It's a little bit higher proof, especially for a Glenlivet.
I have had the whiskey from the Dragon's Milk beer, folks. It's quite tasty, actually. I have it. It's a single malt, and it's made. And they also make the Zeppelin. Also, they're both very good. Obviously,
beers
too. Beer taste, so it's good.
They're good beers too.
They are good beers. But yes, I have that whiskey. It's right down there below the TV. I know exactly what that bottle is, and it's quite nice.
Bill's enjoying the car chase.
The best whiskey beer I've had was one of our I think it was Marshall's, which is it was Marshall's, right? Our distilleries. They aged some beer in some used Laphroaig casks.
It was their 10th anniversary brew.
Yeah.
They used Laphroaig barrels to age their beer in. And
you
had to kind of warm the beer. Like we had it like room temperature, but it was cold outside. It was in October at a camp out. And when you swirled it in your hands for a little while, it made all that Laphroaig pop out.
Nice.
We got just the touch of warmth to it.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was so crazy.
So good.
Like
cool.
A really good beer with Laphroaig notes in it.
Oh, sounds awesome. Yeah. There's a bar here called Ron's Tavern. They have a Lagavulin finished beer. It's delicious. On tap, so good. Hey, Bourbon, you check out
Bourbon's little note there. Anyone doing a bottle inventory, questioning their life.
Yes. And then your insurance would like an inventory of it so they can see what it costs to replace it all. Hey, Will Whiskey, how's it going? Good to see you. It's been a while. Always enjoy, the good Scotch talk with you.
Pretty sure it was.
As
far as I know, Andy, they were allowed to say it. I mean, it was common knowledge.
I think it's set
I'm pretty sure it's what it said.
A lot of times they'll say it now.
Yeah,
they've gotten better about it.
But it was really good.
This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
It was about 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, and that was out of Marshall's, which is a brewery in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
So if they weren't supposed to do it, it was only here in Tulsa.
Nobody probably cares.
And what Scotch people know about Tulsa?
Exactly, nothing. There we go. Donald says there's something called the Innis Ingunny, a crackling Scottish ale finished in extra fry. I bet that's really good.
I've had that too. That's really good also.
No, also
Innis and Gunn.
Yeah.
They have several good.
Yeah, that's a good brewery too.
It's not finished bourbon, but it's well over 3,000 whiskeys and counting. I still have to finish counting several more. I'm sure by the time I'm done, it'll be at least 32, 33.
You're so disappointing.
Plus, another 500 plus other, spirits. It's quite nice.
I've got probably 50 different types of liquor on my cabinet.
There we go. How's it going, Eric? Good to see you from Eric Wait Whiskey Goes. You haven't checked out Eric's channel. Check out him as well. Right, we're just kind of digging into whatever wheelhouse whiskey at the moment. We tried some Johnny Walker Blonde earlier. Highly suggest never buying that. It is not good at all. It is quite terrible, in fact, I would say. So don't buy it. But it is better than White Walker, which you all now know it still sucks. So we've got that going for you.
Yeah. If anybody can get, I'm drinking the Westland Peated. It's out of Washington.
Yes.
If you can get a handle, get your hands on that stuff. It's really good peated American single malt.
Quite good. It's also discontinued.
Is it just because they ran out or nobody liked it?
No, everybody liked it. They're just, they're going on to the next project.
That's a shame. Might kill that in.
Doesn't mean they won't bring it back because they'll still have it in like the Garyana and things like that. But it's just they're just sticking with the problem was they had 3 main products. Now they just have 1 main product, and so then they're just kind of leaving for like special releases and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Just speaking of a nice blended Scotch, is 19-year Dewar's. Now that's what blended Scotch is supposed to smell like. That smells wonderful.
What is it?
19-year Dewar's.
Really?
Yep. My favorite part is it's gluten-free, just to let you know, on the bottle.
21.
Yeah, it's 43%, so it bumps the proof up a little bit.
Okay, that's kind of nice because most blendeds kind of stick at that 80.
Yeah. Well, that smells really nice.
I'll switch it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed what Dewar's has been doing with their finishes.
Absolutely.
There you go,
I
Matt.
like the
yeah.
If we're doing blended.
You might as well do some 21-year Royal Salute. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, I'm having beer.
Mhm.
Holy. So,
Yeah, Dramik, I'd agree with you. The 2020 was disappointing compared to the triple, but dear Lord, the PX just blows it away.
Yes, completely agree. The port and wine was a little bit disappointing. The triple wood was amazing, but man, that PX is just my 2 favorite things: Peat and sherry. It almost makes you want to cry.
Especially the PX sherry.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes, especially that. Yeah, we still have that box that Eric brought over here of all the wines. I still need to take more notes on those still. I did hear about that new 18. It's going to be 46% non-chill filter. So hopefully that's actually more than the old green box, even if it's at 46. The old green box is 49. Granted, I think it was killer, but that should be interesting, the new Jameson 18 at 46. Non-chill filtered, hopefully. Yeah, non-chill filter. So yeah, that should be good. Ooh, a Royal Salute 21 from the 70s? Oh, that's got to be awesome.
That is so good.
Hey Matt, I saw that you did your review on the committee release from Ardbeg this year. Did they have any other special release other than the committee release?
They had the Ardcore and our Fermutation comes out later this week. Yeah, it's not good.
Is that the regular one like the drum was last year or the score?
So what they'll do is they'll release the committee release of both the Ardcore and the Fermutation, and then they'll put out a regular one at 46% for both of those as well.
Okay.
I just don't know if it's hit the market yet or
So
not.
it's the same too. It's just going to be a regular version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a 2021 release. Okay. Well, we get it in the U.S. usually a year late. So, but Andy, it was awesome to donate those to us because we never even saw those bottles here, so it was quite great.
How were they this year?
The Ardcore was really good. The Fermutation was not. It was the worst Ardbeg I've ever tasted.
I find like Ardbeg has a lot of hits and misses
I like the drum that they had a couple years ago, but I think a peated rum finish is
good,
is tasty. That's that first bottle that I ever sent you that I finished in my barrel was after rum. That peated. What was it? What's that cheap?
McClendon's or something? McCallan's or
no, it wasn't McAllen. It was McClendon.
McClendon's. Yeah.
But it said Highland on it, but it was definitely Islay because it was heavily peated.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that to come out of the barrel, and then when I did, I was like, "This is kind of good."
Hey, that's perfect then.
I really did surprise with the Ardbeg Wee Beastie.
We did it after rum, and we called it like Sweet Peat or something like that.
Yeah, Sweet Peat. Yeah.
Well, in the Ardbeg one, it was Sweet Beastie instead of Wee Beastie.
Yeah, Jeremy. I like Scorch. I did not care for. Yeah, Jeremy Yankee. No, it's awful. Me and Will, we're not kind to it. Let's put it that way. When the review comes out on Thursday, you'll see it's pretty bad.
Or like, what was the deal with it?
It tastes and smells like rotting flesh. It's disgusting.
Oh, God.
Was it finished in an old bacon barrel or something?
No. The problem was, I guess it was 3 weeks of fermentation rather than 3 days like they usually do because the boiler broke. And and it was 13 years old, but it was terrible. I really, really hated it.
That just sounds awful. Like
It's disgusting.
they're
I
like
still have half the sample left. You're free to try it.
Could you send me some of that and a sample of Malort?
Yes. I think the Malort. I actually think Malort is better. So
Don't label them either. I want to have a blind taste.
Oh my god, that'll be hilarious.
pick the Malort.
Pick the Malort.
It's a White Walker, a Malort bottle, and that.
This is the best. I don't know what it was. Oh, that was the Malort.
Yeah, Jason. As long as you don't screw up the core line, you're right. It's a good point. The core line of Ardbeg is fantastic.
Yeah, their core line is probably the best core line of any Scotch out there, and that I like. I like peated things though, and their meaty peat is wonderful.
Yes,
yeah, I like their version of peat. It's very
Wheelhouse Whiskey. You're completely correct in Laphroaig PX. It is freaking awesome, and this is not. They're just wrong. That's the best cartridge they've ever made. I don't care what anyone else says.
We haven't tried this year's. I think Bill was saying he's seen it already. So
that's what he was saying. Yeah, it's that Warehouse one.
I'll probably pick it up next month.
Andy Mancan, if you bring me a sample, I mean, you can stay at my house if you want.
The Ardbeg, that was good. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. We liked it, but that one was fine. I've got that bottle. It's the review with the pirate lady on the thumbnail. If you want to check it out, you can go find that one.
Okay.
Sherry, I do like the Sherry Oak. The Sherry Oak is nice. From Laphroaig, you had the Sherry Oak one at all?
Is that the one that's not a cask strength that you? I think maybe you had at Easter.
Yeah, I think I brought it at Easter. Yeah.
No, they have like a non-cat. It's not cartridge, right?
Yeah, it's just a 10-year Sherry Oak.
Yeah, I think you had it at Easter.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But compared to the PX,
it's not even close.
It's so disappointing. Like, this is good, but it's no PX.
You have that in your closet, don't you?
No,
it's not a cartridge.
No,
I thought you had one cherry that wasn't a cartridge.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh look, Andy's coming to Tulsa, so you guys can meet up with him. So there you go.
Does he like cigars?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I like.
He's been to my house a few times, him and his wife. So we always have a good time hanging out. So there you go. 14 years.
All this speaking of the PX, man, you get the bottle. Now I have to have it.
You must have it. I'm gonna drink some rum first, real quick, because why not?
I actually really like rum. Vinny's not so much into it, but man, like Foursquare or even like the
look at the color of that.
Oh my gosh, what year is that?
This is really cool. So this is Dos Madeiras. This is a triple age rum. It's a 5 and 5 and 5. So it's very nice.
How do they do that? What are the 5 and 5 and 5?
Well, I guess it's 5 in Spain, and then it's 3 years in Palo Cortado, and then 2 more years in PX. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And that color on there is just beautiful. It's 40%, but it's delicious.
It's okay.
Oh, I do love me some Coloman. Coloman is delicious.
It seems like you had another sherry cask.
No.
Oh yeah, I've got a sherry cask Coloman downstairs. I've never opened. That somebody brought me for my birthday. I need to open that.
No.
I forgot I had that.
What are you opening up? Oh, the 5 and 5 and 5.
Oh my god, that smells amazing. That's what we're talking about.
So it's finished in what are the?
So it's first 5 years
In Spain.
It's in Spain, and then it goes.
Is it in a different cask each time, or is it in the same cask that is just transferred?
No, they change casks. They go for the first 5 years. You're in Spain. Then it goes into 3 years in Palo Cortado, and then 2 years into PX. It's just fantastic stuff here. Oh yeah,
this beer stuff is gonna taste nice.
Ooh, the Loch Grom. Yeah, that's good stuff. The Wheelhouse Whiskey. I like that one a lot.
Oh my goodness, is that still available?
Right. Do they have any more of the last year's cartridge at Park Hills?
Ask Bill. He might know. Oh, I've not tried the Bamar Vault editions. I would love to. I hear great things. And like I said, Rough Spirits knows about rum. She says try Holmes, Gregarious Grump, Holmes K, Foursquare, and JM Rum are the ones to try. All right, good to know. Oh, very good. Very nice of him, Andy.
Oh my gosh.
You're not wrong, though, Eric. I don't disagree with you on the Revel Stoke pecan whiskey. It actually is kind of nice. Will and Sarah have COVID, so they're not here. So there's no cats, no bacon, nothing. None of that.
They can't taste or smell anything. It kind of makes whiskey kind of.
I'm the knockoff
Hard,
player,
yeah.
by the way, because I have a beer.
I'm not playing Sarah. I can't be. I'm drinking peated.
Yeah, she couldn't handle that. Oh, it smells
bacon poisoning. That's right, Andy.
That's how you get the COVID. You didn't drink enough mouthwash or vitamin D. That's the problem.
We don't have any cats here.
No, because cats, the smartest cat in the world, still shit in
I
your
don't
house.
have cats in my house either. We both have 6 kids, so
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
if you
good
have
enough.
cats, they get killed.
Exactly. What I say about pets is, what's my favorite pet? Someone else's.
exactly. My wife was told if they were ever to get a cat, they had to get 2 because one wouldn't be enough for dinner.
We don't have. We have no pets in my house, but all my teenagers have jobs that they do on the weekends where they dog sit. So if you're in Tulsa and you need a dog sitter, I do have 3 teenagers that are in the market.
There you go. Yeah, 31st and Chardonnay has the Colombian sherry finishes.
Ooh. How are those, Bill?
You'd have to ask the Chinese. That's the check they do, Eric. They're the ones at the swabs of the ass in China.
Hey Bill, is Ranch Acres, is that owned by the same guy who owns CJ's and Aspen Liquor?
I think they might just be kind of like this.
All right, Marshall wants to give that a whirl.
They do a lot of the same
Hey, so it's like Isla whiskey, but it's all rum.
Interesting. From CJ's say Aspen Liquor, and then someone told me they had another one. 31st and Harvard.
All right. Speaking of this Colombian, I think I'm going to go get my birthday Colombian and open it. I'll be right back. It's downstairs.
Right. Well, I will have some crunches.
So
actually, I'm going to have that sherry and pork. Everyone's leaving you, Dan.
Everyone's leaving me. All right.
Fill in the space.
So right now, I think I'm starting to get into Irishes more and more. I've been really enjoying tealing. I think the next thing I'm going to do is start buying some of the Powers products. What stinks for here in Tulsa is that the spots are just so overpriced. I just can't spend that much extra for the same thing I get down in Texas for $20 cheaper. But I do like this guy.
You were talking about it, so I figured
quite a bit. Yeah, if you're looking for a peated Irish, the Teeling Black Pits is very good. It's not super heavily peated, but it's enough there to let you know it's there. And but I've kind of noticed that with most of the Irishes, they're not any that are peated are not that super peated, but still very good.
Dude, it's a PX Colombian. I didn't even know that.
Ooh,
I'm excited about this.
What's the years on that, Matt?
Let's see. Usually these aren't age stated. Let's see. 2021. Let's see here. Does not say how old, but it does say that it was 24 months in PX and then an additional 12 months and 18 months in PX and then married together. That should be fun. So Haitian rum is really crazy, Jason? Good to know.
The 22-year rum at Mirage. When was that?
Dude, I did try it, Andy. It's delicious.
What was the one we tried at
It's also $300
for Easter?
That was that Riverset.
No, I have Riverset. It was one that was really expensive that we got to try. It may have been that one.
It might have been that one. Yeah, it's like $300.
But I actually liked, I think, the Foursquare better, personally.
Well, that's a good news.
But Foursquare, I think, is really good. Like I have the 2009.
Fantastic. All right, we got a piece of pie for us here from Andy. Thanks, Andy. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, yeah. So this is the PX 2021 edition, coming in at 47.3. So very nice birthday Colombian I got here. So I'm very excited to try this. Ooh, the STR is so good. Oh, that smells awesome. That's what I'm talking about. See, there's just something special that PX and peated Scotch just does. Especially Isla Peat, so good.
It's the perfect marriage of the two best things about Scotch.
Yeah.
We just now all need to start drinking more sherry to get the sherry casks back up into what they should be.
I don't really drink sherry, but I will cook with it.
Well, we have lots of sherries over here at the moment from our sherry and whiskey stream that Eric helped us out with.
I did ports last year to age things in, and I brought some. It's just like cheap, giant bottle of port.
It's terrible.
Yes, I brought it to Dan's house for the 4th of July.
I think he just left it there to get rid of it.
Drink it, and no one drank it. I was like, Carla, would you like some wine? She was not impressed.
Actually, the national ambassador for Virginia Distilling lives in Bedford, which is a couple cities over where we live. And I happened to meet him up at a liquor store one time. We started talking. So he's like, hey, there's this new store that's looking for help picking barrels out. Ooh. And they to meet somebody good that's really good at this. So it's like, so would you go help them out? I was like, sure, I'll help them out. We ended up picking out some pretty spectacular barrels. And then we made friends with Amanda too, their distiller. So we've talked to her like 3 times, I think now. Yeah, she's awesome. So it's fun when she comes to town, come hang out with her. She's a really awesome lady. Knows a ton about it and super passionate. And Donald you're going to be 40 in 2 days. Well, happy early birthday, Donald. I hope you drink something amazing. Something that's awesome and 40 years old is definitely required, though. You can't.
I turned 40 in October, and I'm not buying anything that's 40 years old.
Yeah, but I sent you some 40-year whiskey to try.
I did. I had that.
Okay, good.
I was 39 at the time.
Well, I can't help with that. You still got to drink 40-year whiskey. Stop your bitching.
It was a wonderful tasting. Yeah. New Year's Eve is always awesome because me and Dan, our families get together, we play board games, and then me and Dan just go through
we drink whiskey and smoke cigars at some point in the night.
We go through your goodie bag that you send back from Christmas.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Eric will be 56. Well, happy birthday to you too, Eric. Very nice.
I get to turn 37 next week.
There you go.
Sunday. There you go.
Happy birthday to you too. Man, in a few days.
I can't believe that.
Oh, a 40-year Armagnac.
Ooh.
In fact, I have a 40-year Armagnac next to me right now.
I've never had an Armagnac.
Well, Vinny, you might be in luck. I might have to send some with my mother. I'm probably going to be sending a large box of whiskey with my mother. I'm sending some to Bill, send some to you, send to my brother. It's going to be a large box.
It's going to be some of those 8-ounce sample bottles.
No. They'll be the 1-ounce pack.
Please keep those.
I do not want your 8-ounce things. That's absurd. I'm trying to think.
But have you ever had Early Times Standard?
I have. I have a whole 175. I paid $16 for it that I bought 6 years ago.
Well, what's really amazing with that, the Early Times Bottle and Bond, it's like a 1-liter bottle for $22.
Yeah, usually about $22. Yeah.
It's
really good bourbon for the price.
Bourbon, but the regular Early Times is
terrible.
Not good. Like, we watered it down with urine. You got to do some things.
You got to pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta pay.
Too
The
expensive.
thing is, that was their only product for like the last, I don't know how many freaking years it's been around, a long ass time. That was the only product.
Yeah.
And it sells like crazy because it's cheap. Plus, it's just a whiskey because they use a used barrel rather than a new barrel on it. So,
That's
you know.
nice too. Bill just said.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'm going to have some Armagnac on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
But don't be afraid to send me anything when you can.
I was going to say something from this
I'm
really
just
cool,
a mailman, okay?
from my favorite distillery in Armagnac. I was going to send you this. I'm going to send you some samples of this stuff, which is my favorite one. So we got stuff from 1979, 88, 95, 98,
Really cool.
in 2000. So
What do they call that? Like a vertical sample or something?
yeah.
That's very
This
cool.
is by far my favorite Armagnac distillery. So
Where are they out of?
Armagnac.
Well, thanks. Thanks, Matt.
I don't know. I just know it tastes good. I didn't do any research on them yet. I just know it tastes freaking awesome, and I love their stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to opening this thing. It's gonna be a good time. So I'll send you something you said you never had.
Very cool.
This Colombian, awesome.
So, what are the notes on that guy? Where is he from? What's his?
I didn't really. I just right now.
Don't give me the notes. Just tell me a little bit about them. Like
who is it? Like what about Colombian in general?
Yeah.
Well, technically the newest producing whiskey on the island, but now we have Arden Hoe, which is, we don't get it here yet, but this was the first new one in 125 years on island. It's a farm distillery. They have a few acres around the farm. That's how they make their malt. They also get it from Port Allen, but that was kind of their big thing. Is they're a little tiny, farm distillery. Not very big. It's all I think they have 6 employees. It's all family run.
Oh my gosh. How much is their production? Like it's got to be very small.
Like this one said they made 12,000 bottles.
One barn.
Not huge by any means.
How peated is it?
Oh, it's quite nice.
I know Bill's been talking about it a lot, saying it's the future.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you a whole vertical of Colombian. How about that?
I'm not going to say no.
I love Colombian. I have several. They're not all open. I'll send you whatever's open. There's a few. I don't have a few that are not open, but I'll send you what's open. Yeah, I like because the Macier Bay is the original one. Then they've got Sanig. One's a heavy sherry, one's an ex bourbon, and they're fun. Alta Bay.
It's farm to glass.
Yes, farm to glass, exactly.
What's that?
If only they sold steak as well, that'd be like we have farm to table.
Okay,
steak.
5 years like the Madeira cast. All right, thanks, Wheelhouse Whiskey. Appreciate it.
I think
dude, that Madeira one is just one of the best whiskeys I think I've ever had. I love the Madeira one they made a few years ago. We had it in the vault because there had to be a Colombian off between the two Psalms of Andrew, who was our host, and then Daniel came in there with the Licorice Brothers from Iron Root. He's like, well, you haven't had this one yet. You need to have this one. He's like, no, this one's better. No, you drink this one. This one's better. Several whiskeys later, they were both winners. We scoured the entire state of the spec system and bought all of them throughout the state, meaning our buddy Carl. So there's none left. They're quite delicious, though. Then Carl took it to a whiskey meetup, and sadly, it was good he got to share with a bunch of people, but it was sadly is gone.
I like Latinx better.
I have had Alta a 20-year signatory. Ooh, very nice. I think I've had one Alta Vein at some point in time. I think I've got one in there. I'm not sure if I think just I've had once I've ever had it. It's quite good. Very, it's just your simple space out, but it's pretty nice. Anything for signatory generally is pretty good, so I don't think you would be sad at getting that anyway.
Yeah, you bought several of them, Dan.
Of what?
I don't know.
I don't know. My wife's getting all wifey.
I
didn't say that, Carla. I'll be seeing
Mr. Dark. Oh, okay. Hey, mine's like 40%. That's cool.
So we just tried back to back the Black Pits and the what's the name of it?
The Connemara.
Connemara. And so we'd say like the peat on the Connemara is more of like a Jura peat, and the peat on the Black Pits is more of an Ardbeg peat.
Like it's a meteor.
Much more meteor. So much. I'd say I like the Black Pits better.
I get more honeysuckle in the Irish part of the Connemara than I do of the Teeling.
Oh, okay. So Donner Pass says Colombian uses Ardbeg spec malt from Port Ellen. Okay, and then only the 100% Isla barley bottles are from their own farm floor malt and is much lighter peat. Interesting. I've got a couple. I've never actually opened them, Donner Pass or the Isla ones. I need to open those up and see what those are like.
Yeah, there's definitely more honey.
Oh, so good. Ooh, Edgedour 12-week cast strength 58.6. Holy crap, that sounds awesome. We got from Drum Yankee. Very nice. They always have cool Edgedours at specs. So they'll have they'll have like Sauternes and Bordeaux and all sorts of interesting different finishes you don't usually find on whiskeys. It's just quite nice, but they're usually like 130, 140. Totally worth the price if you ever see them. I love Edgedour. They also do Bellicans in the same way, which is nice, which is their peated version from Edgedour.
Bill, is there such thing as a white sipping rum? The only rums I've ever enjoyed were dark, aged, long periods of time in a barrel that previously had bourbon in it.
Yeah, I just call that 151. Hey, Dan, remember that 151 we got in Aruba that we paid $6 for a gallon? At a
certain alcohol threshold, you don't care what it tastes like, okay?
Yeah. It was, we shared it with about 14 of us or so, drank an entire gallon of 151.
Well, yeah. The first sip sucks, but everything after that is fantastic.
It was fantastic. It might have contributed to the Blue Curacao vomiting night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was that same.
It was totally the same night.
Oh, all-inclusives.
They're so great. Of course, what do? Well, we need more booze because it's an all-inclusive. We walk to the little liquor store and get our gallon of 151 because, you know that shit's going to be good when you're 18. It's a solid plan.
Oh, man.
Hey, but we all drank it. It was finished. I'm sure it was awful, but it tasted great at the time, from what I remember. Mixed it with all sorts of fun things.
151 after the first shot of it or whatever, everything tastes fine.
Yeah.
You get 2 or 3 in, and you don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, Black Pits or Bellican? Ooh, that's a hard choice. Whiskey.
I haven't had Bellican. What can you?
I'll send you some of that too.
But what
you have had? I've given it to you at the house, but you just don't remember.
Do you know how much stuff I try when I'm at your place? I don't.
A lot.
Come on.
You take like notes and shit.
I know.
One of these days, I'm going to sneak into his trunk when he goes to your house.
You're just going to sneak it. You're going to go in the trunk with him, Vinny? It's a solid plan. Don't tell Christy.
He pulls up and opens the trunk, and I pop out, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Man. So what's Bellican? What's their?
It's peated Edgedour, which is the smallest distillery in Scotland. It's like right next door.
You said Scotland though, whereas Black Pits is Irish.
Yeah, so it's good. It's Highland peat, which is very different than Isla peat. They're both very good. I don't know. I like both a lot, so I can't say I'd have a favorite. I just like them both.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest beauty of whiskey. There's no here's my favorite whiskey. It's what am I in the mood for? What kind of day did I just
yeah.
Am I just, drinking something that's easy, or am I drinking something that I want to kind of geek out on? That's the beauty.
Yeah,
of it.
It really depends on the night. To be perfectly honest.
And maybe I'm having it with dinner, maybe I'm having it with a cigar. What do I want to pair it with?
Sometimes you feel like Evan Williams 1783.
No, you never feel like Evan Williams 1783.
But what about Macho Man Randy Savage?
You know when you feel like it? It's good when you need something to drink out of the bottle. It's perfect.
Yeah, or maybe you need some caffeine and you want some booze to go in that Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually finished.
Hey, for $16, it tastes pretty good.
It finished halfway up the $20 list.
I have to say though, if I'm looking for something like that for cheap, the Tom Moore, man, that is a good bottle and bond.
That's my favorite cheap whiskey.
I heard that the JW Damp was supposed to be good, but it finished right.
That's interesting because I really like JW Damp bottle and bond as well, but I think I like Tom Moore better. Do you guys have JTS Brown? Did you have that in there at all?
It scored better. We didn't
have that one.
No, okay. See, it's a solid, exactly, solid advice there, Eric. Whatever the mitochondrians tell me to drink. Exactly.
I hope to do this whiskey Russell.
It's midichlorians. Get your Star Wars lore correct. Even though they've completely destroyed their own canon so many times, it's just garbage now.
Hey, I don't know anything about.
Don't get me started on that garbage Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
I have not watched it. I don't know.
It's
not good.
I like the Mandalorian. Does that count for anything?
Just like everything was supposed to be canon, as far as like never meeting people and stuff. It just destroys all the narrative that was built.
That's what I hear, Donner Pass, that heavily peated Toman tool is supposed to be really good. I think I've tried it once with Cliff. It was quite tasty.
It's going to be good. What kind of peat did they use?
It's Highland peat.
Okay.
Which is very, very
John was saying last week something about Irish peat's not allowed to be harvested anymore. What was
that's what we heard about. They made some new law that they couldn't harvest or some bullshit. Which is a terrible thing because
years to grow the peat, so they have to wait.
Many American distilleries use Irish peat because they don't use Scottish peat in their whiskey.
Really? So
does Scottish peat do any exporting? Or do they have weird strict laws on that too?
I don't know if the peat itself, but you can certainly order peated barley. That's not a problem because now India does it all the time.
Okay.
So,
but I don't know if the actual peat can be exported or not.
The Westland place, you've had him on several times. They're in Seattle.
Yes.
It has a similar weather pattern as Ireland or Scotland. Do they grow peat there naturally too?
They have one place that's a peat bog. It's an old military base that they have the rights to, but they have not put it out yet. That peated one is Scottish peat currently.
Well, that'd be cool.
But they'll be putting out some American peat in the near future. I think it's got 2 more years left to age, they said.
How many more years?
I think a couple more years, they said. They said some guy rushed it that was up there, and apparently it tastes like complete garbage.
Well, you can't rush it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. They said I think they want at least, I think it's got to list 5 years they want to. I think it's only at 3 years right now.
It's like if you want wine, you can't just eat grapes.
Yeah. Yes, the Westlands peat area is highly regulated, except for the one part they have access to that they can use. So, which is good for them because it's a old ex-military base, and nobody wants that shit because God knows what's been done to it.
All I know is when I was at Hill Air Force Base, not a week went by and they're like, "Don't drink the water this week. It's been contaminated again. It's got so many parts." No, of all the runoff from jet fuel and whatever garbage they dropped off into the local water supply.
Can you make whiskey with that?
Probably. Jet fuel
whiskey.
It was literally at least once a month we'd get don't drink the water this month.
That's what the water you'd use to distill with is that stuff every time. Be very interesting.
That's why Carswell never closed because it was going to cost so many almost $1 billion to clean up the disgusting waste they had dumped there for 75 plus years.
It
can never be cleaned up. They're like, fuck it, keep it open because it's not worth fixing.
We had a town in Oklahoma that had it was a Superfund site where it had toxic chemicals in the Chet Rock or whatever. And the whole town got wiped out by a tornado. And
see?
That was the best thing that could happen.
Yes,
God took care of it. He did God clean up. Perfect.
Because there were a bunch of people who didn't want to leave, and it a giant tornado went through and just tore everything up.
All right, so here we go. Some light sipping rums here. From Stage, which makes this Plantation, Clement, Probadas, Cane Island, and Trinidad. Okay. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that.
Has anyone on this feed had that Brazilian rum type thing that's not quite rum?
Oh, yeah, we reviewed a couple of them. I can't pronounce it at all. It starts with a C.
Yeah.
It's that caprara, that word that I can't pronounce at all. But yeah, that's that stuff.
Is it any good or?
Yeah, it's good. It's very sweet. It's very funky and sweet, but it is good. It makes a really good cocktail.
Okay.
It's if you go look at our review about it, it's pretty good. We also tried one that was an acai
Like a
berry
rum
one.
and coke or what?
No. It's a special. They use it with
Like
cane
the
sugar.
rum cocktail.
It's really good. When we usually go to the Brazilian steakhouse, we always order it. It's delicious.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you can go. We reviewed a couple of them.
Yeah. It's cane sugar, but it's not finished the same way.
Yeah.
It's a different distillation method, and it's a different way of stripping it down, the sugar cane and stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, we
when you
talk
see
about
the
the whole
Brazilian
method in
steakhouse, we always get those when we go there.
That's the word, Bill. That one.
Yeah,
That I cannot pronounce. Kachaka, which I know is not the right pronunciation, but that's it.
I'm not Brazilian.
Well, it'd be like Portuguese, whatever the heck that is, you know.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
It's amazing for such a small country how much they spread Portuguese.
Oh, at Camp Lejeune, and drinking water comes cancel.
That's like the only other place that there is.
Yeah, exactly.
Spain spread their language through half the world, like from the Philippines to Mexico to Argentina.
Yeah.
Portuguese just had that giant country of Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Shut up, Belle.
it's also that. It's shut up, Bill.
Just got to roll with it.
Nobody wanted to hear it.
How you spell it? Shut up, Bill.
Port of Cobra chickens? What?
What the hell is a cobra chicken? It's like a snake with a chicken head.
Or a chicken with a snake head.
Both of those sound really creepy. You see that?
Actually,
You see that
chicken sounds
giant?
like a dinosaur from the original Jurassic Park, the one that ate Newman.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, that thing goes.
Yeah.
That thing looks great. You see that that 250-pound Burmese python they just caught down there in the
I heard
Everglades?
about that. My wife was telling me about it in
Lord.
Florida.
Yeah,
The one that
that's
like ate a
insane.
whole deer or something.
What they said, yeah.
Yeah, my wife's from Florida, and she's like, "You know what we just found in Florida? It's like a python that ate an entire deer."
That's a good point, Donald. Donald is right. Mozambique, Macau, and part of India speak Portuguese because actually the Portuguese part of India didn't get their independence for an extra 20 years after the British part did.
Huh.
This is where the Paul John whiskey comes from, is the Portuguese part, where the Emirates part from the British part.
Which is kind of funny that you'd think that wouldn't be the part making a single malt.
Yeah.
They both make it, but
Does Portugal have I obviously have wine. Do they have a whiskey that they make
I've never had a Portuguese
or a
whiskey.
spirit other than wine or ports?
I'm sure they have whatever the spirit is that they pour into the port.
They have Madeira, another kind of wine.
No, well, they have. I mean, port is a fortified wine. Fortified with
right.
what? Dude, whatever that what is what they make.
Usually it's brandy. Is
To
what
Donald's
you
point about Canadian geese, those things should go extinct. They're the worst damn animals.
They're disgusting.
I
Horrible.
hate them.
You're just racist against Canadians.
They hiss at you. They think they own the damn road. I'm going to run them over.
Oh, and then they shit everywhere. They're terrible.
And they almost took out Captain Sully and his whole plane.
That's true too. See, terrible animals.
Canada attacks again.
Yeah, we should have bombed Canada after that.
That's right, Andy. That is a very funny,
You're up on the northern border.
hilarious skit that he does on that.
And you listen closely enough.
Everyone was worried about the plane, but no one cares about us.
I speak Marshallese. I need Marshallese rum. Exactly. Canadian geese are evil. Yes, they are.
Yeah,
They chased us in Michigan after we got off the tall ship boat, after the sailing boats we went on. They chased us to the car. They're evil little bastards.
There's in my
Remember
parking lot
geese?
at work. There's a 2-foot strip of grass
Yeah.
that every year a Canadian geese likes to nest on, and it hisses on you, hisses at anyone that walks even near it. And I wanted to like cut its head off or something and put it on a spike just to warn off the other Canadian geese.
My 18-year-old daughter is terrified of geese because when
She
she was
should be.
like 1 year old, we were living in an apartment complex and there was a nice park behind it. We went and ate lunch at the park, and this Canadian geese started chasing my daughter around. I had to like run after the geese to try to get it to fly away.
Put up Andy's comment. That is terrifying.
Says, I went golfing and a flock of geese was on the fairway. I threw a 7-iron one. Hit it from the chest. He stayed there and stared at me, terrified. Holy shit, dude. That's insane.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Dude, I wish you would have videoed that. That'd be hilarious.
When I was a kid,
What the hell, man?
Get a geese guard dog. I've heard of that. Yeah, they said the distilleries keep them as guard dogs because they're evil little bastards.
Yeah.
That's hysterically funny.
This is why God made pellet rifles.
Exactly. Should have clubbed it down.
Until he went down after the 20th hit. Up until then, he's still trying to bite me.
It's like Baby Seal Club, and they have once a year in Canada. Get all the baby seals you can get that day. Fun times. They give you a little, what do you call it? It's kind of like a hockey, like a field hockey stick, and you beat the shit out of the baby seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun times in Canada.
Yeah, I know. I spend all my money every year for
Clubbing baby seals.
Go up there for clubbing weekend. I tell my wife, hey, I'm going clubbing.
Exactly.
Fly to Canada and beat some seals.
That's right. Canadian geese that are force-fed bacon make great foie gras. That's true. It's a good point that they do. See, they're good for something.
Yeah, but how do you get them to eat the bacon?
Well, they force feed it to them.
No luck with geese. They're like
they hold them down and shove a hose down their throat, and that's they make them eat it. It's really horrible, but it tastes great. It's kind of like they said, they outlawed it in a lot of places to sell. Like, that's fine. Well, you can have it. The mashed potatoes are $1,000. The frog goes free. So there you go.
If there's any animal that needs to be tortured, it's freaking geese.
Exactly. Sally was the best shot
they serve.
Nothing other than to be tortured and make a great cuisine for us.
Holy crap, a broken arm for being attacked by a goose? Holy shit.
See? You see what I'm saying? If it's not us, it's them, right? You gotta take them out first.
Knocked one out with a T-drive. Nice off the driver. That's awesome. They use funnels and force feed them. Yeah, it's fun times for them.
You had to run a cart through the area before you get his club.
Get my club back.
In my old neighborhood, like 20 of them would like walk together and just block the road, and they don't care. They're not going to move. You're like you're like a foot away from them before they even start to even give a crap.
That's what they make an accelerator for.
Yeah, they get stuck up in your grill and shit then at that point.
I like Jason's. Gotta have that Christmas goose.
If you have an old pickup truck like I do, sometimes it runs hot and it might cook the geese a little.
There you go. By the time you get home, if you run it over, you got a cooked goose.
Yeah, they don't care, Andy, because they're universal health care. They're like, yeah, whatever.
I just gotta make it across the board.
They all get it from the Aflac duck. That's where they get their healthcare from.
Oh.
No, they get it from the Trudeau guy.
They're Trudeau's birds.
You mean Castro's son? What's his name? Who was the Aflac duck? He's passed away. Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, it was funny.
May he rest in peace.
That's right. He was funny, though.
Yes.
One of the funniest things I've ever listened to was Artie Lang's podcast where he had on Gilbert Gottfried as the guest. If you go find that on podcast, it's Artie Lang's podcast, and he's got Gilbert Gottfried. It's one of the funniest damn things I've ever heard. It's probably like an hour long. Really, really funny.
He's a funny guy. We've sadly lost many funny comedians this past year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Bob Saget.
Yep, and Louis.
What's his name, too? Also, that guy.
Yeah, Louis.
Louis
Anderson,
yeah.
Yeah.
And Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald's. Man.
One of the funniest of all time.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Real Whiskey. Appreciate you being in here. See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
They kind of did.
Still alive.
Artie Lane?
Yeah.
Is he?
He should be dead, but he's definitely alive.
I thought he died of a heart attack like a year and a half ago.
So I have a golf course to the pond behind my current house and hear the geese in the morning. The other day I counted 37. Holy shit. Some mines and claymores for the geese? Absolutely. You know how funny it'd be to plant some mines and watch the geese blow up as they walk across that shit?
Artie Lang is still alive. He should be dead because he's had so much cocaine.
Norm Macdonald?
I know.
It's the most effed up thing ever.
Because cancer's a bitch. Unfortunately, that's why.
I just love how Norm Macdonald was doing that bit about cancer while he had cancer. It's like, if you lose your battle of cancer, you don't really lose. You both die. It's more of a draw.
It's pretty funny.
Mines and Claymore for the Geese.
I think it's a solid plan, Ken. I would love to see that happen.
I'm going to start a new political party. My whole platform is we just kill the Canadian geese.
We'll solve the food shortage. We're going to take the geese. We're going to force feed them.
And then you're going to eat them.
And then we're going to eat them.
Solid choice. It's a very good plan. I like that plan.
37. 37 more. Geese.
Yeah, I saw
it. Cocaine preserves the body.
Yep. Artie Lane. Hey, it didn't preserve what's his name's body that died of the 8-ball? Big guy. Hilarious.
Chris Farley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in high school and that guy died.
Yeah. That was I was mowing my lawn when I heard it on the radio and I was about to break down into tears because he was my
Yeah, I remember we were in history class when we found out about it. We were very sad.
It was 1997.
Yep.
And every time I see a movie with Kevin James, I'm like, it was supposed to be Chris Farley.
There are some of them that are written for Chris Farley. But when Kevin James is playing Kevin James and not Chris Farley, he's funny.
Yes.
Yes, this is true.
But anytime it's like anybody from the SNL crew,
they usually write it for Chris Farley, and it's played by Kevin James, and it's not that good. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Have you seen Adam Sandler's new movie, The Hustle? You seen that yet? This is brand new on Netflix.
I have. Is it good? It looks good.
It's excellent. We just watched it the other night. It's excellent.
He's recruiting he's like an NBA scout.
Yeah, he's a scout for the 76ers, and he's out recruiting all over the world. And so him finding this Spanish basketball player just on some random court, it's a really good movie.
I saw a preview for it, like actually when I was watching the Top Gun Maverick or something like that.
Okay.
Is this on Netflix or is this in the theater?
Netflix. Yeah, so it's easy to watch. It's kind of like if you ever seen Uncut Gems, you've seen that one yet? That's also a serious movie by him.
To Andy's point, yes, the Nick Foley character was actually after one of his friends as a priest.
He's now a priest, yeah.
Yeah. He came to watch his show that night when he was in the Improv, like in Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Down by the River, great skit.
Yeah.
I do love that one. But yeah, if you haven't seen Uncut Gems either, another Adam Sandler serious film.
It's a little depressing though.
It's the most anxiety-driven, anxious film I've ever seen in my life.
It's very depressing.
It is, but it's a very good movie.
I'm a fan of Mel Brooks and Monty Python.
I like those too.
And
those are quite nice.
Old Adam Sandler stuff.
But I tell my kids
the guy's asking about The Boys. You were talking about that earlier.
I am caught up to this past episode with the Hero Gasm. It is a great movie. Or show, I guess. Not movie, it's a show. That's because that's how the sad thing is that's how the hero movies are the comics are supposed to be, is dark and effed up, but they have all these little, pretty PG-13 crap that's put out. Rather, they should all be rated R and horrible because most of them are horrible, people in general, which makes it hilariously funny that they finally are doing it with The Boys.
If horrible people had superpowers.
Yes, exactly.
That's normal humankind if they had superpowers.
That's the premise.
Yeah, basically. It's very entertaining. It's of course a very very hard 18 plus for sure for a good reason. Homelander for president in 2024. He'll just kill everyone. Homelander's solution is just kill
What
everyone.
if you gave a bunch of power to a corrupt guy?
Is this the
who
third
had a son
season,
who was
Matt?
a
This is the third season.
Yeah, I've seen the first two. I haven't seen this season yet. I did
Yeah.
start watching the new The Old Man, which is a Jeff Bridges and John.
Oh yeah, how is that?
It's really good. I've only seen the first two episodes. I think the third one came out on
So
Friday.
is it kind of like Yellowstone or totally different?
Oh, totally different. He's like so Jeff Bridges, I don't want to ruin too much of it, but basically he's playing an ex or kind of like a rogue, but been on the lam for like 20 years, CIA guy.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. I mean, I love Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow, so it's
Okay, so it should be
I
good.
like the Reacher series.
yeah, The Reacher was really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet either. I've heard good things.
Very, very good. I think it's 8 episodes. That's on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Yeah, I still haven't finished the second part of the fourth season of Ozarks yet. I don't know
We
why it's
watched
got
the
bored.
first 2 episodes of the second part, and it
I got
was
bored.
boring.
And I haven't gone back to it yet. I need to finish it someday.
Barry was great till this season.
I haven't watched
This
Barry
season
yet.
was like just off. I don't know what it was, and it ended on such a downer that it was like, I don't know. The first couple seasons of Barry were fantastic, though.
Oh, the last episode. The very episode from Friday, Eric. Yeah, that the Hero-gasm episode is insane.
So,
So, yeah,
is it fully done? Is it all out on the boys, or is it still going?
No, only the first 6 are out so far. I got 2 more to release.
And then Westworld season 4 started yesterday. We started watching it, and then I have a 3-week-old. We didn't. We both fell asleep. Not because the show was bad. We're just exhausted.
I didn't care for season 3 though.
Agree with you.
The
Season 3 was terrible.
Did tell me that he was not interested in the plot. He thought they could have done better with the.
Yeah, season 1 and 2 are fantastic. It's kind of, what am I waiting for everything to be out from? Crap, I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. Oh, like I said, you haven't watched The Offer yet. The Offer's very good. That's on Paramount
You
Plus.
mentioned that. That's about The Godfather, right? The making.
It's not the making of The Godfather. It's crazy what it took to make that movie made. I had no idea. It's very good. Miles Teller's the main character, and so he does and Matthew Good's the other one. They do a really good job. So I like Miles Teller in general. Like I said, if you haven't seen the new Top Gun, Maverick, it is fucking awesome. And all you need to know, it's about being real men.
In a long, long time. It's just fun.
Real men, real Americans.
That has the D box. Spend the extra money. It's an awesome experience.
I think if any movie would go with the D box, it would be a fighter pilot movie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's pretty awesome.
We took myself and my wife and kids. We all went to see it. It was awesome. In the D box, it was much more intense. Like the first movie is more fun and games, much more intense with Maverick, I think, compared to the original film.
I just showed my teenagers the original Top Gun, and now they want to go see Maverick, but we haven't seen.
Yeah, we had the kids watch it on Saturday. Belle had seen it numerous times before.
It's just a great popcorn film. Like you just want to go there, enjoy a movie. You don't want to be preached to on any level. Just go enjoy a good movie.
Is it the exact same enemy from the last one? No name.
No.
Just a red star on the tail.
It's basically Iran. You can tell.
It's Iran.
Well, first off, they have an F-14. That's the only country in the world that still has.
Exactly. It's not debatable who the enemy is. We all know it's Iran.
So it's not a MiG, whatever the fake from the first one.
Well, they talk with the Su-35s. I guess they're going up against in that.
Well, in the original one, they're F5s, which is what we use for our MiG lookalikes. Yeah, the F5 and the MiG are very similar looking and characteristically.
Right, but in the new movie, I think they're Su-35s that they're supposed to be up against.
Yeah,
the Su-27 of those.
Did they have any of our F-35s or whatever?
No, they didn't use F-35s because
they use F-18 Hornets.
They're using F-18 Super Hornets.
Are the F-35s even in use yet, or are they still in production?
No, they're out. There's full squadrons of them. They just say for the mission they're running, it's not a good platform for it. That's basically their work around it for the movie.
Oh yeah. No, that is true. If anyone has children, do not watch The Boys with Children at all. That it's not remotely appropriate for even for teenage kids. I would not have watched it. It's not appropriate at all.
The season 1 where he
I'm
gets
not
like
watching.
gill raped.
Yeah, oh God, I forgot about that.
That was so horrific.
What the?
Then
I watched 3 more seasons of it after that. It was so horrible that I had to watch 3 more seasons.
I don't know. The dolphin going through the windshield was hilarious. Sorry.
That was so funny. It was great. Also with the big whale, hilarious.
Yes. He drives right through it.
So great. I'm like, that's the best ever.
I've never seen
The USC have put in the graphic on Memorial Day that use Chinese jets instead of US ones. Well, they are retarded at USC. What do you expect? It is California. Go figure. They would love to be Chinese. There are a bunch of commies who live out there anyway. No surprise.
Next week being the 4th of July, are you guys off?
I'll probably do a daytime stream. I'm not doing it at night.
Yeah.
If you want to come up to Tulsa next week, you're more than welcome.
Hey, I'm trying to convince my wife to go. I've already been working on this for 3 days.
You done yet?
No, we're not done yet. We're almost done.
We'll have our normal great fireworks show.
You cannot be in the yeah. Get off the screen. Off the
And
screen.
it's only a 4-hour drive from you, right?
I know. Yeah, it's only 4 hours. It's not
4.5
bad.
hours? I mean, if you go really fast, I used to make it to Dallas in 2 hours.
Holy crap, dude!
I did get pulled over twice on one trip down there, though. So I've never gotten there that fast again after that.
Oh my gosh! What
I was
did
in
you
an
get to Dallas for so
escort
fast
station
in
wagon,
2
and
hours?
It had the top speed on the speedometer was 100 miles an hour, and it was pegged out the whole time. So I have no idea how
Okay.
fast it was going.
Well, that's a good point. Chinese jets are stolen tech from the United States. As everything China is, they just steal it from us. No surprise.
A lot of Russians the same way.
No, that's true too. What
Well,
do you want, child?
They did modify some of their
What?
stuff for
Ow! Don't bite me.
incidents that might happen with them
Yeah.
that they had planned. It's like,
What do you want, Violet?
what's your jet modified with this?
Vinny passes out for 2 hours of the trip.
No, I had a car full of teenagers. I mean, I was a teenager.
Stop.
That sounded really weird. I was a teenager in a car full of teenagers.
That sounds a little bit less creepy.
Yeah, and we were like going to my friend's mom's house, who actually she lived in McKinney, so it wasn't even quite into Dallas yet. But we took 75 down, and like I said, it was tacked out at 100 miles an hour the whole time. I don't know how fast I was going because the speedometer ended at 100.
Yeah, that's fabulous. There you go. Like I said, how do you pair your whiskey with your fireworks? That's a good question. Eric says USA stole their tech from the aliens. Certainly possible.
Ancient alien theorists.
No, well, I saw this documentary. It's called Men in Black. It came out in like 1997.
Yeah, it's a really good
I saw
documentary.
this other one. It's called Total Recall. That was the other documentary I saw about that.
Yeah, I saw that. It came out a couple years earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually that Independence Day, that was just crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, but it left out all the parts where we stole their stuff.
That and the Terminator, the other one.
But I do remember that part of Independence Day where the alien made a joke about Will Smith's wife.
Then he said, like, welcome to Earth.
He said, keep your wife's name out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man, what a fall from grace for that guy. Really kind of sad. He was the most bankable star in the world for a good decade, and then just.
Now it's The Rock.
And even him, I don't think is. I mean, his last movie, that Jungle Cruise, was. My kids didn't even like it. It was horrible.
The Rock always makes they're never good movies. They're just entertaining.
I liked the first Jumanji they did. That was really funny.
Yeah, but it wasn't great. It was just entertaining. Like Rampage, we watched that in the theater. It was not a great movie at all, but it was entertaining to watch in the theater.
And then
Yeah.
what was the name of the fake leg?
Oh, where the
Building-
Die Hard.
It was the Die Hard
It's like
remake
a Die Hard
in
remake.
Japan.
Yeah.
You see that one? It's like a big giant building, like in this weird ecosphere thing, and it catches on fire. The Rock's
What
like
was
the
it called?
security guy. It's not good.
I don't know. I saw the one with him and the ape. I can't remember what it's Rampage, I think.
Yeah, it was Rampage.
That's the one that's like based on the video, the little arcade game back in the 80s.
We saw that in the IMAX theater.
I saw. It's funny you say that, Eric. I saw a big post of the day. Pee Wee Herman for president. I think it'd be great if we had Paul Rubin as president. It'd be hilarious. We have like word of the days and shit. And, what kind of breakfast are we having?
It couldn't get any worse than now.
I love Pee Wee Herman. He's hilarious.
Finish a sentence.
My favorite. So funny.
And instead of fondling little
sounds
girls,
like you need to start doing a word of the day.
Himself.
I love word of the day. It's my favorite.
You know, screaming craziness.
That's right. Lawrence Fishburne was, Cowboy Curtis. Funny
Instead of
stuff.
fondling little girls, he'd just be fondling himself.
There you go.
It's better than most of the shit going on.
I'd rather have that any day than when the piece to creep are out there nowadays.
He doesn't
Like, oh my god, he just played with himself. Holy shit, it's amazing. Yeah. Shit. It's pretty sad when that's he didn't rape anybody, he didn't do anything horrible yet. He just played with himself in a theater that was for porno.
This cast strength is higher than Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden at an Arkansas.
That's right.
Joint.
When he snorts the Parmesan cheese.
I have had some druggy friends. I don't think one of them has ever, at least not admitted to smoking freaking snorting Parmesan cheese. Good Lord.
My God, Pee Wee Herman and the boys would be hilarious. My God, just be like I don't know. The superpower would be just be something ridiculous like dancing or something. Oh, damn, Eric.
Damn. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's bad.
Oh. Oh. He couldn't quit the parm. That's the problem.
He lost his job to Shaquille O'Neal. Starring in Shazam. God, what a terrible, terrible movie. And then he had, was it Real Steel or Blue Steel or something
like that. Blue Chips. It was Blue Chips.
Steel. Just Steel.
Yeah, it was that. What was that? A college basketball movie? I think it's called Blue Chips. It was Blue Chips with him in it.
That's actually not a bad movie. Blue Chips is a good movie.
Oh, that's funny though.
There's a movie from when I was a teenager that I thought was hilarious. It had like Damon Wayans. They like kidnap a basketball star. It's like Damon Wayans and like who's the guy from Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers? Friends with Dan
Aykroyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Had like Dan Aykroyd in it, and Damon Wayans was a basketball star. I don't remember, but you guys talking just reminded me of that movie. They like kidnapped this guy from the opposing basketball team, and it was hilarious. But I was a teenager. Was the last time I saw it. Just now remembered it.
I don't think I know that one.
The only like Wayans brother movie I probably like is the one with Adam Sandler called Bulletproof.
That's a great movie.
What the hell?
My favorite line from that movie is, do you know how this is a 70s porn? Because his dick's got sideburns.
Yeah. Well, have you never seen Don't Be a Menace to South Central?
Yeah, but
introduced in the hood.
I like White Chicks.
Yeah,
that movie's
That's
hilarious.
the Wayans Brothers movie.
Yes.
White Chicks is pretty funny. Or isn't he in How High? That's also pretty funny.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. That's got the older Wayans in it.
Or I don't know which Wayans brother is that's in New Girl. He plays Coach.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've never. It's with that. What's her name? Zoe.
I've never seen it. I know the show you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
It's pretty funny. It's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's pretty funny. At least the first 5 seasons are really funny. 6 seasons sucks. 7 seasons funny.
That's kind of weird. Usually once you go downhill, you just get worse.
Yeah.
Celtic Pride is the movie. Oh, it's got the Wet Bandits in it.
Yeah, it's got
I
Dan
never heard of
that. The Wet Bandit.
Harry. I think it's Harry, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But
And
not
the tall one.
the tall one.
Harry.
Yeah.
And then they kidnapped Damon Wayans from like the other team.
Interesting.
I think I do kind of remember that movie now.
I don't know what brought it to mind, but
I
something,
don't remember that.
something we were talking about was like, I remember that movie. I watched a lot of dumb comedies, and then
When that was the 90s. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, was there something else available? Because I'm unaware of it.
Harry, I think it's Harry.
Bushwhack.
Bushwhacked. Yes. Remember Bushwhacked?
Oh yeah, I bought that on VHS from Blockbuster for 50 cents.
I liked it like at 10 years old.
It was hilarious, and then the end of the movie, like the tape's totally screwed up. I was very angry.
I never know what happens at the end.
I don't know, and I don't
I've
care.
only seen it once when I was a teenager, but it was one of Chris Farley's last movies with the guy who played Chandler from Friends.
Oh, Almost Famous.
Yeah,
That's a good
Oh
movie.
yeah.
where they were trying to beat Lewis and Clark across the.
Yeah.
The Mighty Eagle and like.
I remember. Yeah,
I like.
it's
what
like
is it,
hanging on the mountain, and the eagle's nest is there.
Oh, Beverly Hills Ninja. That's what I think.
Yeah. You haven't heard the legend of the big fat ninja? It's the great white ninja.
Be Kind, Please Rewind. Yeah. It's a funny movie too.
What's the Jack Black animated movie?
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda is just the animated version of Beverly Hills Ninja.
Pretty much.
It kind of is.
I actually
never
prefer.
really understand Be Kind Rewind.
I prefer
Yeah.
the Beverly Hills Cop, even though it has nothing to do with Chris Farley. It's just a good movie.
No,
So-
those are great movies. The first two movies are so
Yes.
darn good.
Me and my kids, I actually showed my kids, most of my kids are teenagers. So
Yeah. You saw. So you showed them the. Well,
we
the
watched
Survivor was
the
kids
Beverly
seen it,
Hills
but we
Cop
saw,
movie.
the Saturday afternoon special edited version. So you never saw the titty bar or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I fast forwarded through the titty bar.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's nothing important in this. I watched this on TBS and they didn't even show this scene. So
Valid point. It's kind of it's President Ford goes to the titty bar. It's pretty funny. So they can convince them that that's what what's his name,
I
Chakra
forgot
used to
about
do.
that. That's a funny movie, man.
Like I said,
I watched all of them recently. Such great movies.
You know what movie I didn't like when it came out, but I watched it recently with the kids was the Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, it's funny. It's cute.
That's actually really funny, and I didn't
I
like
like that
it
movie.
when it came out, but I watched it with the kiddos. It's like good, clean humor for the kids, but a lot of adult humor too. I mean, my kids are young. My oldest is only 11. So.
I took my kids to watch the
But they
Robert
loved it.
Downey Jr. Dr. Dolittle, and I fell asleep during the movie.
It's
So
not good.
I have no idea. I fell asleep during the part of it. Also, the Lego Ninjago movie, I took one of my kids to go see
Ninjago.
that, and I fell asleep.
That sounds
So I have
terrible.
no idea what's going on.
It's
in
not
it.
good. The original, the first Lego movie they did was really fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, and even the Lego Batman movie was funny because it just had a whole bunch of like
That's funny
dumb
when you
Batman
just said
jokes.
making American parts for the American working man.
That's right.
I can take a crap on this box and put a
A guarantee.
guarantee on it.
I just got a guaranteed piece of shit.
That's right. I'm excited about that new medieval castle Lego. That's 4,000 pieces.
Oh, that's on my Christmas list already.
On the list. I need that.
So I just
Like, is this like the old school?
yes.
Like
So Carla just for my birthday ordered me a thing, but it came with the old original Robin Hood little hideout thing.
Oh, you
It
got one
came
of those?
for free with it. So
Wait,
it's like a
with
little
the
300
tree-
piece thing.
the
Yeah,
tree
I'll show you.
I
later.
have that.
I need to
Yeah,
see this.
so they're doing this big. I think they're it's their
Like,
90th
they're bringing
anniversary or
back
something
the
like
kingdom?
that.
I had all the Robin Hood sets. Every time I went to Germany growing up, because I didn't have any friends there really. When we first get to Germany, my parents would take me to the store, like in the next town over from where my mom grew up, and they buy me a Lego set,
That's
and
cool.
I build on that in my room, like while they were hanging out with their friends or whatever in the main room.
Nice.
And I had all the Robin Hood sets, like the treehouse. I would open up in the middle and stuff, and
Oh, I have that one. The
I did a whole bunch of the knights to like go after Robin Hood.
The Outlaws something. Outlaws.
Yeah. Outlaws Hideout or something.
Yeah, that's it. Outlaw Hideout. That's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that one. I love that one.
Then I had a bunch of night sets, and it was hilarious when Robin
That's
Hood
it.
Men in Tights came out. I had
Such a great
all
one.
the pieces I needed to recreate the movie.
Mhm.
Are you done?
No, we're not done. We're talking.
Oh, can I I come on now?
No, you cannot come on
Why not?
because we're still talking to the people. We're talking about Tommy Boy. Apparently,
Exact same one came.
fat guy. I tell myself I'm a fat guy in a little coat all the time. It's hilarious.
Oh, such a good movie. Who's your favorite little rascal? Is it Alpha or Spanky?
That's an attractive lady down there. I wonder if she dates one of the Yankees.
My arm's stuck. You're too fat.
Yeah, so the original like Forest Hideout, they remade it, and it's if you spend a certain amount of money, you got it for free.
That's awesome.
It should be coming this
I
week.
think mine was bigger than that, though.
Who knows? It's like
I don't
258
know.
pieces. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was more. Yeah, it must be like a small version of it because it's way more than that.
Hey, I'll take it. It's pretty sweet.
So, what Lego did you get with this?
So I like my the city stuff. The
Yeah.
modulars.
You get that, the Haunted Mansion.
One of the ones from that set.
Okay, yeah, I saw a few. The newest was it?
No, actually, it's from 2 years ago. I didn't get it yet. It's like the bookshop, I believe.
Oh, because I saw there's an Insane Asylum one now.
Oh.
Okay, why? Fine.
What'd you do?
I did
I
everything.
just ordered new ones.
Now you done screwed it up.
So you can kind of see my absurd Legos up there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Why?
And over this way, he's got the Death Star pointed at all
Cool.
the whole city.
Yeah, I like Legos a little too much, maybe. See, there's a Voltron there.
Awesome. Hey, see the new Optimus Prime?
I did see that.
He also has Amelia Earhart right here.
Legos, they're like the coolest toy, especially when you have money.
That's right. Did you guys get Titanic?
No, that's so. The problem with that is like, where do you display it? It's so big.
Yeah, it's true.
How big is it?
It's like, I don't know. It's
Too bad Ken's on here. Ken drinks whiskey and builds Legos.
It's awesome.
It's awesome, and they're like 10-hour streams.
I drink whiskey and I
Dude, the AT-AT that I got, that's just under 7,000.
There you are.
It took me like, I don't know.
Sweet. He's right there. He's got the Optimus Prime and the Titanic. That's awesome.
Very cool. So the new Lion Knight's castle is 4,514 pieces.
And I need all of them. Thanks, Bill. Just because you're sticking on our time. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
That is awesome.
Freaking awesome. Totally getting that for Christmas.
I never like
the AT-AT. Does he have the AT-AT? Because I got that last year for Christmas, and that was one of the most fun builds I've done. It's pretty damn epic.
Tires in the world. That's funny.
It's your largest Lego set, I think.
It is. It's just under 7,000 pieces. Yeah, it's massive. Have you seen it, Matt? You haven't been here since I got it, have you?
The AT-AT? No, I showed him
weighs like
pictures.
30 freaking pounds.
Holy crap! No, I haven't seen it.
It's a lot of freaking plastic.
Oh, you got the old one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm very excited. The new spaceship is like the old space guys. It looks cool, but not as cool as not only it's $100 cool.
I love the.
Whereas Prime and the castle, I'm all for. That's right up my alley. There's another new one that I saw. What the hell was the other one I saw? Looked really cool. Shit, I can't remember. It was like $100. It was really cool. So many great sets coming out. Thank you, Legos, for making shit I actually want to play with again. You know what I really want again? Pirates. I like the pirate sets. Those were really cool too.
The old ships and
I
stuff?
had those too.
Yeah.
I had the pirates also.
I love that shit.
Sometimes the knights were going after the pirates, and sometimes they were going.
So
after
the Titanic, I just looked it up. It was 9,090 pieces.
Oh my goodness! How much is it?
Holy crap!
$629.99.
Wow.
Bigger than your AT-AT?
It's 18 inches high, 7 inches wide, and 54 inches long.
Oh my gosh!
Damn.
So it's like, where do you put that? That's the problem with some of these
Display it over.
It's your dining room centerpiece.
It's
so
living room.
big. It's on my my dresser. It's so freaking massive.
The Titanic, you hang it in your living room.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there you go. Suspended from the ceiling. Hits an iceberg and shit.
I'm also going to need 3,000 white pieces of Legos, please.
There you go. That's right. No one is full of Legos. That's right, Carla. Lincoln Logs were very popular in Illinois as a kid. That's funny.
I like that, Carl.
Micro Machines. I love Micro Machines. You know what? They started remaking Micro Machines again. You can
No,
you can
they
start to
didn't.
buy
No
them.
way.
Are they
really?
I saw them at the store.
So I
That
had a
was
bunch
one of the
Micro
coolest
Machines,
toys as a
and
kid.
I gave them to
And
my
they have
kids, and they're
all
like,
those
"What the
setups
hell
again,
are these?"
too.
I'm like, "They're Micro Machines, man."
They're awesome. I love Micro
Yeah,
Machines.
none of their friends knew what the hell they were, so they didn't care about them.
Oh, they're so cool.
Dude, Micro Machines, they were the... Dude, I remember one time I got in trouble, and my Micro Machines got taken away for a month. I was so sad.
I had
That's
Hot
right.
Wheels and
You know, I hear that the best part of Titanic is you can display it in 2 parts.
Does it come with Rose and the?
Actually,
and
it's
Leo?
3 parts.
Do you get a little Leo, like, frozen to death?
You always tell Belle
And
because she
Rose
loves
on an
Titanic, it's her
extra
favorite
large
movie.
drawer that would have
You like to go
definitely
to her and
been
tell her,
the
"Hey, you know what? Jack's still dead."
Yeah,
Yeah, she was pretty selfish. He could have totally fit up there.
yeah.
Totally, what a
That
bitch.
drawer was big enough for 2 people.
Totally was. She's a
She was
horrible
like,
human
get
being.
back to your third-class steerage.
She's
Can't
like,
have
"Yeah, I was interested for that night, but I really wasn't looking for a long-term relationship. If you could let go of the door now."
And your painting was terrible.
You made my feet look huge.
Oh my god, a Flight 370. Oh my gosh. The Titanic Congress with the door.
Oh, does anybody listen to any of the Mike Rowe? This is the way I heard it. Anyways,
I don't
know.
it's the way I heard it. He has a one about the Titanic. It was
Well,
like the bartender.
You don't know it's about.
You don't know about it, but so the way it's kind of like an old Paul Harvey. You kind of hear the whole story, and at
It
the end
sounds
there's
like
like a
he's talking
reveal.
about the Twin
Mm.
Towers the
But
whole time.
it's the chef / bartender on the Titanic who basically got so shit faced.
Well, he knew they were going down.
yeah. So then just
So
like
he
I got all
started
this
drinking
awesome
all
food.
the really nice whiskeys and stuff that were in his, like all the expensive booze. Like he just started drinking it, and
Seems
then
like
he
a
went up to
solid
the top
plan.
deck and started kicking people off into the lifeboats. And then, as the ship was going down, people say that they watched him walk up the side of the ship and then just step off. They found him like 3 hours later in the ice cold water, and because his blood was so thin from the booze,
that he was fine. He lived.
he survived with no injury.
And he was drinking like just like $1,000 bottles of booze like nonstop.
That's the best
Alcohol
story
content
ever.
was so high that the hypothermia couldn't get to him.
That is awesome.
Yeah, exactly, Andy. It's awesome. Like if you like Mike Rowe, which I absolutely love Mike Rowe, his voice it's the best damn voice ever. The way I heard it's just awesome.
I like the Jefferson bourbon aged on the Titanic.
That's awesome.
Jefferson
Oh, God.
Titanic.
Well,
Yeah.
water boy, it was aged with some water from some icebergs.
I like the rest of the story. Paul Harvey was awesome. I love Paul Harvey.
Yeah, Mike Rowe does.
No,
a good
Mike
job.
Rowe's. I think Mike Rowe's our generation of Paul Harvey. Like,
He does
for
a
sure.
good job carrying the torch of the rest of the story with the way I heard it. But he stopped doing them now. He only just does like long form interviews now.
But we've been going through on Discovery Plus. They have all the old Dirty Jobs, and if you're looking to watch, if you have young children, you know, and my even my 3-year-old loves it. We watch it, and it's a really.
Oh no, do we have?
And I forgot how much like adult humor was in that. Like the kids have no idea, but it's just phenomenal.
It's kind of like the Cosby Show back when you're a kid, you didn't realize all
Well,
this shit.
the problem with the Cosby Show is now that you know that he's a
Dirty rapist.
that it's really hard to watch.
It's like, oh,
Mike Rowe also has a show on the Discovery Plus called 6 Degrees.
It's only like one season, right?
It's only like
oh yeah, I've heard of that with him. Yeah,
Really good though.
because he was on Crowder talking about that. Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's really good.
very funny. It's good stuff. I think this Chattanooga Isla Cask is fantastic.
Yeah. I've been drinking
And
some good stuff tonight.
Is that available nationwide?
I have no idea. I hope
You
so.
can find that in your own liquor store?
Yeah, it's here. It's delicious.
We don't have a lot of Chattanooga here, right? Have you seen any?
Deep Discount has some.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a full line. They have a couple.
How many
also
SKUs do
the
they have now?
Bourbon.
How many what?
SKUs do they have now?
Several.
So they kind of just.
They have their main line, which is their rye, their regular bourbon, and their cast strength bourbon. But then they also have
I think for sure
this one, a port finish. They have a bottle and bond. They have a Founder's Reserve. They have some experimentals. They have several.
So they're like the Tennessee version of Balcones.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Like just because a ton of SKUs.
That and like you guys ever had Corsair at all? Corsair is also from Tennessee. Like all really weird shit.
I haven't had Corsair.
Hey,
no.
you're down there in Texas. Is Balcones ever going to get together with Shiner again? Because that was awesome.
That was one of the best.
They made a 3-year version last year. I don't know if they're making a 4-year version or not.
The one I got a couple years ago was so good. And I've got
Yeah,
some.
That's
a
the
3.
last time I've seen it was when I got it for Dan for his birthday. And I was
That
like,
was a couple
hey,
years ago, yeah.
He likes Shiner. And then I tasted it. I was like, man, this is good.
And I've only got like a pour left. So I'm kind of keeping it.
Yeah, I've still got almost a full bottle of that, and I've got and I've got the 36 month as well.
How
I've already opened.
How was the ZZ Top?
Delicious. If you see it, you should pick it up. It's really good.
We don't get a lot of this. The only thing we got was the single malt, I think.
They just re-released it too, so if it does show up there, you should buy it.
We get the special releases here.
I probably don't go enough to the store to know.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd have it at CJ's or at the Deep Discount.
Now, what I really want is the Big Blue, the 5-year bottle and bond tequila finish.
I do like that mezcal finish Doers for $20.
Oh yeah, that one's good for $20. You can't beat it.
Yeah, that was a really good whiskey.
That's really weird, Eric.
Oh, that's funny, Eric.
I don't even know what to say to that. I really, really hate clowns. I'm terrified of them. I hate them.
Remember that picture used to make Grandpa take down because we would sleep at their house because it's so horrible.
Have you guys seen Veep Thoughts on YouTube?
Oh, that'd be cool. Balcones and Yingling. Oh my gosh.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Well, except for they're not in the same state.
No, they are now.
They are now.
They're
brewed in Fort Worth.
The old Miller plant.
Yep.
In Fort Worth.
In Texas?
In Fort Worth.
Huh.
Yep.
That's why we have it.
Why the hell can't I buy it in Oklahoma yet?
So Oklahoma sucks. That's why Texas doesn't fall.
Yeah, why can't you get in Oklahoma? That's weird.
I know. It's in Arkansas. It's in Texas.
They marketed the crap out of Yingling here. That thing sells so well, it's not even funny.
Which one?
Yingling. Like they did the perfect marketing thing. It's like, okay, we're bringing down the recipe in an armored car, made all the papers, made all the news, local news, and then they like every store's like Yingling's coming on like August. It was like August 23rd last year. Yingling's coming, and like every bar that got it like floated the keg in the first night. It was crazy, and it's one of the best selling beers in Texas now.
Best priced lager on the market.
So it's so freaking
like
good.
Just a normal lager.
It's just a
the
great
best
lager.
tasting
Yeah.
one, yeah.
The best thing ever. I was up in New Jersey a couple years ago, and they had Black and Tan on tap, which I love their Black and Tan.
I wish that's the
We had several with dinner at the we were at a restaurant bar, and then like, the bill comes and it's like really cheap, and like, oh, we're floating the Black and Tan keg. It's only $2 a beer. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that when I freaking got here?
I'm pretty sure you said it was $1 a beer.
Whatever, it didn't matter. It was like, why didn't you tell me that when I got here?
You're like, just pour me a pitcher. I'll take a pitcher.
Yes. We'll take it to the hotel with us.
I don't need it. Yeah, I need a pitcher. That's why. I love Black and Tans. Oh, Yingling the Hershey. Ah, very nice.
I've never had Yingling.
I've never had that either. I mean, my favorite there is their porter, which is what they use with the premium to make their Black and Tan. But the porter you can only get within a couple mile radius of the Pottsville plant.
Where do you find Yingling Hershey? Is that in Oklahoma City area, Mr. Andy Menken? Sorry. I can't read the screen from here.
Apparently, Vinny's had too much to drink. I apologize, folks.
I thought we were just going to drink like 6 or 7, and then the table got full.
And that's what happens on a Whiskey Crusaders stream. Then the table.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because
So
what?
it is a
Okay.
Hershey thing. It is a Pennsylvania thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Are there any
they-
Pennsylvania distillers that might do things with Yingling or Hershey or anything?
I haven't heard anything yet, but I would think that would be an awesome. I would love to see some whiskeys finishes in Yingling barrels. I think would be cool too. I think that'd be really tasty.
So
I also like some beers.
Porter barrel, because it's dark and heavy, would be probably really good.
Well, even if they just give them the wort, like when
I'll tell you what. I'll call the opponent tomorrow and I'll ask.
It's in mine. Hold on. Vinny's going to get a bottle. I don't know if anybody's seen this or had it. It's really good. He got it for me for my birthday last year. It's is everybody familiar with Boulevard?
Yes.
The really great brewery out of Kansas City. Their smokestack series, if you like beer at all, their smokestack series are just phenomenal.
it is higher end beer.
So this, Matt.
Here, hold on. Let me make you.
So this is
Oh,
Boulevard Brewery and Foundry. So basically, it's kind of similar idea. Boulevard sent their,
I tried to recreate the Shiner Belcones thing.
but it really good.
Very banana.
89 proof. A lot of banana actually in it. If you like bananas. But Boulevard, like I said, makes phenomenal. Their smokestack. They're probably my favorite microbrew.
That's cool.
They gave them the wort that they make the beer out of instead of doing whatever they do with the wort to make it into beer.
Yeah.
They sent it to this foundry place and they distilled it.
That's
Made
cool.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, they
it
took
came
the
out
beer.
so tasty that I think
then
a lot
distilled
of beer companies should do that.
Yeah. But it's a really cool mix. Kind of like my little Kilbeggan experiment. Same idea.
Well,
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
more like the Shiner thing.
But I'm saying same idea.
Yeah.
Like that works for the cask makes with Jameson. Same kind of general idea.
Only this was actually the wort.
The
That's
actual
why
wort, yeah.
it smells like wheat beer. Well, it smells like a
So much
concentrated
banana.
concentrated wheat beer. So you get that banana. You know how in wheat beers you either get the banana or the clove? It's like one or the other. This one pretty much distills it down to banana.
Yeah, it's like drinking a alcohol banana.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Let's see. What's
Almost
But it's
like
not-
almost like the
Yeah.
banana from like a runce.
A runce. It's a runce banana.
Like a runce banana. Yeah.
But it's not
That's true.
horrible. It's not like 99 bananas. It's
yeah.
It's a smooth it is very sweet. It's
So
got that-
like
it's got that wheat.
like Old Forester banana, like that banana.
No, more banana than that.
More banana than
It's
that.
More like a
really-
runce. Think
It
of
is
the
like a
runce
runce
candy.
banana.
Runce candy.
So like Jack Daniel's banana.
No. I
Which
just
is-
had some Jack Daniels the other
No,
day, and
I
I was
would
not
say
a fan
no.
of it.
Because it's not good.
It's not good.
terrible.
It was the next day after my whiskey wrestle.
and
we
it
were
would
at
have
a-
lost the whiskey wrestle had it been.
We
Now-
were at a friend's house,
Other Jack Daniel products are great. Regular one, not so much.
and he had Jack Daniels there. I tasted it. I was like, this would have lost to everything at the wrestle.
Now, bonded Jack Daniels is pretty tasty. The 100
I've heard
proof
that
version,
that's good,
pretty
but
good.
I think if you age anything for long enough, it can be good.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't know that Westland's done stuff with distilleries. That's cool.
Yeah, I've got some samples that we were sent by the distillery that are beer finished Westlands. That are like 2-ounce samples they sent us. They're pretty good.
I mean, you can let them know that we'll do another blind tasting with all their beer samples. if you want.
Yeah, well, more than happy to help them out. You know.
I would love to help them out. I've told everyone I know about Westland whiskey here in Tulsa. We only have a couple varieties that you can
Right.
think about.
Oh, that's too funny. We'll give the people 7 more minutes, and we should probably, since it's almost midnight. I assume you two have to work tomorrow.
I do.
Since
Yeah.
I'm
I get to deliver mail in the hot mail or hot.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
His
And
name is Cliff.
And I'm unemployed, and it's great.
When did you start your new job?
Supposedly in a couple of weeks.
Well,
What are you taking right now? What's that?
I'm gonna drink some more of this Lubenhausen,
Oh yeah, that.
some
It's
German. Right, I like it. It's good.
just different. I like different sometimes.
It's very different, which is why I like it. Also, could go for a beer right now. A beer sounds really good.
Dude, that smokestack. We're talking about. Here we go. Bill's smoking here. The smokestack. What was that? Port on port. I don't know. Boulevard's got so much. They have a rye on rye
No,
beer.
yeah, it's a yeah.
It's
a rye on rye, but finished in a rye.
Dude,
cask.
you can go.
It's ridiculous.
It's so
And
good. They had
also-
a Manhattan Club beer, which was really good.
At Walmart here, they have two different beers. One is a porter finished in bourbon barrels, and one is another. I forgot what the other one is. Finished in
Nice.
barrel. It's barrel aged quad, is what it is.
Yeah, they're barrel aged. That's their standard. That's their standard.
So their barrel aged quad and their barrel aged porter are both phenomenal, and you can get them at Walmart here. It's ridiculous.
Nice. Yeah, we've got a brewery here called False Idol that's got a lot of really good like porter and stouts finished in whiskey oil. One that's in Weller Full Proof. One's a Wild Turkey.
Oh.
One's like a Buffalo Trace. They're all really good. They're all like 14, 15%. They're really good.
I bet that's good. What's it called?
It's called False Idol. It's like 7 minutes from my house.
Be right
Do you think they deliver in? Do you think they've distributed into Oklahoma?
Probably not, but I could always pick you some up and send it with my mother.
That would be cool. We have a beer tasting group once a month, too.
Oh, well, you'd love this shit. Maybe I'll try to get you one of each and send it to you.
Yeah.
20
There's
check
a
edible.
couple of whiskey tasting groups, and then there's one beer tasting.
Very nice.
And most of the beers that I bring there are like barrel finished because I prefer whiskey.
Yeah, I agree with Eric. Balcones will continue to produce amazing whiskey because it's Balcones.
It's
100% rye beers. I agree, Donald. They're quite tasty. I've had a few of those lately. They've got one there too. Really good stuff. Yeah, I'm impressed with some of the local breweries we've got here now. The one in Grapevine sucks.
So this is at a Boulevard. It's a barrel-aged imperial stout in barley wine ale.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It comes in at a. It says somewhere on here. Hold on.
Oh, if it's barley wine, it's over 12%.
14.2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Freaking
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, I think the highest one they had at False Idol was 16.
Oh my
They-
gosh.
That's crazy.
I'll try to pick up one of each for you guys so you can have. They're really, really
Take
good.
them to Ken's house.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those breweries you need to eat before you go to it because you're gonna need an Uber home.
We have a good new brewery here in downtown
We have
Tulsa.
two.
But no, in downtown
In
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
They specialize in Belgians, like triples
Oh,
and
nice.
quads.
I
and
love
stuff.
Belgians.
They're
Belgians are awesome.
Like something Abbey. I went there with Micah a couple weekends ago.
It's
Really
called
good.
Something Abbey?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. But yeah, like really good beers. Like
In
everything they had was like 8+%.
in Broken Arrow, we have a Broken Arrow Brewing, and they
Nice.
have this beer called Father Dom. It was named after the first person in Oklahoma to ever brew beer,
That's cool.
who just happened to be a Benedictine monk.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, and
I always
So
think we
they
should
named
do a
that
show about how the Catholic Church saved whiskey. I think it's a solid choice. Be a
they
good show.
save whiskey, they save beer.
Well,
They also
spirits in general.
distributed it across the entire world.
That's why I think the Catholic Man show would be good for that.
Yeah.
It'd be
So
perfect.
Going to Ireland.
See
this
some of
year.
these chats. Yeah, Andalusia is awesome. Striker is probably one of my favorite new things I've had in the last 5 years. It's
so good. Striker is amazing.
It's so damn good.
Holy crap! Snake Venom is a 67.5% beer. Holy shit!
Oh my
What even
goodness.
is that?
So,
Just like Everclear.
do you know
Oh my
Father
god!
Brian
what the
Ketterer gave
fuck?
me the Ken Murray? He has a bottle of Samuel Adams that was like $200.
Yeah, the Altus.
It's like
Exactly.
over 50%
Altus?
alcohol or something.
Something
You
like
drink
that.
it
That's for
you
you.
drink a scotch.
Yeah, it's. I've tried it. It's freaking really good.
Yeah. And it's like, this bottle cost me $200, but you only pour little bits out of it.
Yeah, and it's good for like basically forever, more or less.
Well, that percentage.
Yeah. What's it called? Upitas? Something like that. It's really good. I've seen it before, but it's really pretty. But I've tried it. It's quite tasty. Yeah, that's Joseph. That's it. Thank you very much. That's what we're looking for. That word right there. I love it when the chat knows what we're looking for. Brewmeister Armageddon. Oh, it's over 65%. There we go.
I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, the 100% peated. Oh my god, that River Oak is so good. Andy, I know Andy came to the house. He loved the shit out of that one. That and that Balcones Lukenbach, so good. Andy's like, "Where do I get one?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's discontinued."
What is does Balcones put out a new one every year like they did with the Shine?
They put a new one out like every 2 or 3 months. It's absurd. I love Balcones.
Is there anything good right now that's out by them?
They put out a peated Sauternes cask, and there's the new Big Baby, which is a 5-year tequila cask finish, which is awesome.
On a shelf on the left of the Mirador.
In there.
You know.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. Exactly. Similar so that Willet Pot Still Bourbon. Exactly.
Oh, I love that bottle. It's so.
It's like a shorter version of that bottle. Exactly.
Okay. It's like I love that iconic bottle. It's just awesome.
Plus, the whiskey inside is not bad. It's pretty nice. I know a lot of people don't like that one. I particularly do like it because it's a weird, spicy bourbon, and I particularly care. I do like it.
So is Willet not liked in the bourbon world?
Willet, not the pot still for whatever reason. I don't know. People don't
Really?
like it.
I love it. I love it. All that cinnamon and nutmeg in it. I love it.
Oh, so I've had that tequila finish before from a barrel. If you ever go to like Kroger and they have those sugar cookies with the frosting that are super soft, that's what that whiskey tastes like. It's amazing.
Oh, nice. This is really good out of Balcones.
Mirador. Oh yeah, Mirador's delicious. Hungarian used cask, delicious. 50% ABV. That's crazy. Scottish breweries. That's wild. Willet bottles make great beer bongs. There you go. Or make great bongs.
I like
the rye is quite good, Jason. I agree.
The rye is really good, though.
It's a really good rye.
Yeah.
What are you guys cooking?
What?
My children are cooking. Because my course today, Violet didn't wake up till 5 p.m.
What?
She stayed up all night. She go to bed till like 9 o'clock this morning.
Was she like at a friend's house?
No, she was here at home.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
I couldn't do that. With 6 kids, I'd lose my damn mind.
Valid point. Hey, but see, the great part about it is that they're quiet then, and I'm by myself, and it's fabulous.
I can see that, I suppose.
Quiet, hanging out, working on my shit. It works out fine.
Who's the guy on the channel that likes the Legos?
Ken. He Scotch Down Under.
Okay. So he's obviously from Australia.
Yes.
So are Legos much more expensive down there, or are they the same as?
I don't know. I don't know if he's still in here or not. That's a good question for him, though. Night, Eric. Thanks for being here. Fun times.
Sorry we went so long.
It's all right. It's been fun.
Like hanging out with my brother, though. So hey.
It's all good. We've had a good time. It's a good stream. Like I said, we know this morning Will text me. He's like, I got COVID and I can't smell or taste shit. I'm like, super.
That sucks, man. I knock on wood. I've been really lucky. Like none of us have gotten it. We've been really lucky, and I travel all the time. I was in a I work in aircraft simulation, and I was in a cockpit with like 8 dudes in a C5, which is a massive cockpit. Everybody got COVID but me. I don't.
It's caused the vitamin D in the
quercetin and all the shit I take.
Yeah, all the shit we take. Exactly. It works perfect. Everyone else gets it, but we keep taking our shit and we're fine. So that's all I know.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, he says a bit more expensive, but basically on par. Okay, that works.
That's not bad.
It's both.
So yeah, I've.
Oh, look, dessert. Oh, look, food. I got fed. Cool.
That's
what is this?
Awesome. Ooh, those look good. Where is that?
Philly cheesesteak.
Ooh, yummy.
Philly cheesesteak bites. Thank you. These are delicious. And very hot.
Well,
they did just come out of the oven. See, so what you get here. It's a
Hopefully,
good thing. Good for you.
looking at those, I'm hoping they came out of like an air fryer.
They did.
Yeah, air fryer is the best damn thing in the last
So
5
bad.
years. Terrible for you, but so good.
And better than a real fryer.
Yeah.
I mean, not using oil. Yeah, we had veal parmesan tonight. So good.
What'd you
I
have?
do veal parmesan for dinner.
My wife made a Korean beef bowl, which is like
That sounds nice.
just rice and like kind of like a beef bulgogi.
That
But
sounds
you-
really good.
We use ground beef instead of like shredded beef, but it's delicious.
You know, that's a good point. I think you're right, Andy. Air fryer is the new generation's George Foreman grill.
That's totally true. Totally true. So freaking good.
I use both.
It makes everything taste so much better though. Like, for like even fried mozzarella sticks. We buy like some of the really good from the frozen section at Costco. They're like buffalo chicken wings.
Dude, do you know what the best in the air fryers though is? Egg rolls are amazing.
Oh yes, 100%. Yes, definitely.
So good.
Those and fried mozzarella sticks, so much better than the freaking oven.
Duck wings for dinner. That sounds good, doll. That sounds delicious.
Those are probably pretty nice and meaty.
I bet those are good. I don't think I've ever had duck wings. I've had duck before, but I don't know if I've ever had duck wings.
We had some friends
good.
that used to raise ducks to eat, and they were pretty
Nice.
delicious.
Made some air fried shrimp tonight. We'll have some fried salmon tomorrow. That sounds delicious as well. Air fried Uncrustables are legit. That's hilarious.
What's an Uncrustable?
You know, it's those peanut butter and jellies that are
Oh, really?
a frozen thing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now that you say it. Like, oh my god, that's crazy. Ah. So it's like a fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Fried peanut jelly sandwich, exactly.
You know what's really good to like make like a buffalo wing? Rabbit.
Oh, I do love
So you
rabbit.
take a rabbit, you fry it up, put it in some hot sauce. Freaking awesome.
I do love me some rabbit.
So think of like a fancy chicken nugget, but it's rabbit.
Where'd Vinny go? He get lost in the bathroom?
I think he's talking to my wife.
Oh, okay. We're just wondering. So did his wife come over or just him?
Just him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they've got a 5-month-old as well. So,
Oh, that's a good point. That's true.
But no,
Some more Coloman sounds delicious.
that's the beauty of, like I said, we were talking about earlier, like what's your favorite whiskey? There's no such thing.
I always tell people it depends on the day.
Exactly. What's your mood? How you feeling? Am I just drinking something to relax? Am I drinking something to really like geek out in the flavors?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that sounds
That is
good.
the beauty of whiskey. There's so many of them. I mean, there's an uncountable number of whiskeys.
I would say like 5-6 years ago, you can go to the store, pretty much own everything in the store. Now, forget it. It's impossible. There's just too many damn new whiskeys.
I think I go back a little bit further than 5 years, but I understand the sentiment. More like 10.
Let's put it this way. In 2007, when Long Island Distillery opened, that was the 100th distillery in the country. And now there's over 3,000.
Oh my gosh.
So think about that.
It's like the brewery scene.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there were weird laws in the books for years. That's why you didn't have microbrews. I have to go look this back up to double check it, but I'm pretty sure there was some stuff that's put in during the what's his name? The Carter administration.
Yeah.
That's why you went down to like 3 major breweries in the country. It killed all the little guys because of the weird regulations they put in. Those eventually expired, and that's why, like, what about mid 2000s? You had that massive explosion of all the micro distilleries, just everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's like 5 microbrewers.
I appreciate there's so like now there's so many good breweries by us now that are just really, really good beer. Really good beer, really weird. Like what I like about it is it provides variety. So you have like really good beers. So we've got one called Martin House that puts just freaky weird shit out. A lot of it's good, a lot of it's really bizarre.
Okay.
They put out one called was it a Crunch and Munch or something, and it was Christmas Vacation beer. and they put out they put all sorts of weird crap out. They must have put 100 different beers at this point. But the Master Distiller, they like pretzel. They have one called Salted Lady, and they got like mango, like every weird ass thing you think of. They also got one that's pickle, which I think is disgusting, but that's a different story. But this all sorts of weird shit. Pickle, it's like the made pickles.
Gross.
Oh, it's disgusting. But people drink it with vodka and they love it. It's like making picklebacks.
I was at a restaurant not too long ago, and my wife and I were sitting at the bar because the tables were full or whatever. And there were some people across from us. They were ordering beer with olives in it.
Yep, seen it done. Yep.
That is so weird.
That is.
I was like, that is disgusting.
Hey, Ball Bath Bourbon, good to see you. If you haven't checked out Ball Bath Bourbon's channel, check out his as well. He does reviews from the bathtub. They're very interesting.
Reviews from the bathtub?
Yeah, he does. He legitimately does it from the bathtub. It's hilarious.
It's like a woman drinking white wine, but it's bourbon.
I think good.
Have a thought? I do love the Robot Chicken white wine. Fuck yeah.
Well, that's true. The beer eventually goes bad. That's true.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Beer does not stay. Some beers, it depends on the alcohol percentage, but definitely beer.
Yeah.
If you're not keeping it in a dark, cool place,
bad things
it'll
happen.
go bad. Which is kind of what happens to all. I think people that do like home brews, you can't drink the beer fast enough, or typically. My father-in-law used to do a whole lot of great homebrew, but problem was he couldn't drink it fast enough, and so then you end up getting it just goes bad, and then you're like upset because so it's not cheap to do.
No,
and not forget the money; it's time consuming. Super. I mean, he's made some really good beers over the years, but he just kind of got out of it because it was like I'm just having to toss so much stuff. But
that's true. Whiskey is good forever.
Yeah. However, we've mentioned, I mean, it's good forever, but look how much some whiskey changes so much over oxidation.
But
right?
It can be drunk forever.
Look at that. What's the Irish?
That 21-year Napog Castle.
Yes,
so much.
You
better.
knew exactly what I was talking about. That's hilarious.
Because we're both like, this sucks.
The first,
and then 2 years later, fantastic.
Yeah, it needed oxygen in the bottle. It was terrible when we first opened it. So disappointing. It's 21 Napog Castle. Yep.
A strawberry Hefeweizen? That sounds interesting.
That sounds very refreshing, like by a pool.
I could definitely drink some of that.
Because Hefs are always really good for the summer because they're light that wheat.
It's true. Just share it. Share the good stuff. Hey, did you try that shit ton I sent you? That barley wine?
I'm sure
I sent that can with you at Christmas time, I think.
Yeah.
Your group.
Yeah, because we had one that was warm and it was like and when it was cold, it was much better.
Oh, of course it's beer. It should be cold.
Well, you know how that goes. A beer purist, they wanting it like 60 degrees. I like beer cold.
Oh, absolutely, Andy. I had beer. I've had some whiskeys distilled from 1917. Totally drinkable. It was delicious.
Well, I mean, supposedly they never go bad, right?
It never goes bad. As far as it's not just whiskey, but you take Madeira. I know a guy. I talked to a guy who lived on Madeira who liked to drink this stuff was made in 1890, which is insane. Took a 130-year-old Madeira. That's very good.
What's the alcohol on that percentage?
Usually between 16 and 20, depending.
So it's not very high. I'm surprised usually I thought it had to be a little bit higher to stay good.
Madeira is basically good forever.
Huh. Most red wines are 13 to 14, right?
Right.
So it's not that much higher, but 13 to 14 red wines definitely go bad.
True.
Are you done?
If not cork rot, or you get the sediments, usually what I see.
Those are always fun.
Are you done yet?
We actually tonight opened up an old Homestead Boys to Ark.
Oh, nice. Buddha Ark, yeah, nice.
It was good, but I was a little worried. We
Uh-huh.
haven't been in that brewery or the
good.
winery in years.
Yeah, we're still
It was
talking.
good. I was really worried it was going to be itch.
No.
But it was good. It was very good. Very tasty.
1902 Bass Kings brewed for coronation of the King of England. 1902 delicious stuff. Wow, Joseph, that's awesome.
What year did you have that, Joseph?
Holy crap, that's cool.
100+ years, I'm sure.
A lot of sugar preserved. Yeah, cool dark place, big difference too. Yeah, absolutely. Give my phone.
Yep. That's some crazy old beer.
Bottled 1890. He also has a barreled in 1890, but he also bottled 1890. Yeah, it's insane how the shit stays good forever.
God, that's nuts.
But yeah, you can also barrel it then, sure. And it comes out however many. I don't know how long you age Madeira for, but it's quite a while. Can be. Yep, and it's good. He has tons of it. He had said he had stuff up to I think the 1870s he tried, which is insane.
So almost 150 years old.
No one's your great grandparents was who was alive when that shit was put in the barrel. Think about that. That's insane.
Or
Drank
great.
Had next to a 1929 Bass Prince Ale and a 1978 Bass Prince Ale. That's very cool, Joseph.
What's even crazier is having the storage to keep that shit.
He didn't say he did it to cut off with a tongs or anything. He said just open that bitch up and drink it. He said it was delicious.
But think about you're keeping that stuff for that long.
I love Madeira. I think Madeira is awesome. I have several Madeiras now that I keep on this wine rack open right here. I recork them and stick them in the wine rack, and they're fine.
So kind of like a port?
They've been open for 5 years.
Similar to a port then?
Yeah, it's exactly. Port doesn't go bad either. Same thing.
It's fortified, so
it's good pretty much forever.
Yeah.
It's the same reason our forefathers drank Madeiras because it never went bad. It survived across the Atlantic and then just didn't go bad.
And you don't have any refrigeration or AC or anything like that.
It didn't exist, right?
Yeah, so it makes sense. You got to drink stuff that's not going to go bad on you.
Exactly. Girls, quiet. It's getting violent down there.
You drinking some Virginia?
Yep.
Which one is that?
The sherry cask. The one you have.
A good bottle, man. That is to me, everyone's got their favorite. That's my favorite of theirs they've made.
So the reason Madeira doesn't go bad is also because it's made with an oxidative style, so they won't get it. It is also pretty acidic. Valid point. Had some bottles of sherry that didn't survive what the PX did. It makes sense, just based on the way they're both made. Of course, neither one of those is fortified per se either, like the ports and the Madeiras are.
Yeah, because most ports are, 30%?
Well, not quite that high.
Oh, sorry, 30 proof.
Yeah, 30 proof, yes. But not, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, wrong word.
It won't go bad because Jesus loved it. Exactly.
I like it.
It's a solid choice.
Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine.
Exactly. So I said, well, don't drink. I'm like, what's wrong with you? It was good enough for Jesus. Why is it not good enough for you?
I mean, especially if we're going to go that way, if you're Christian, I mean, obviously being the root being Jewish,
right?
Wine is so important. I mean, you look at a Passover meal, there's 4 courses of wine that make up that meal. It's very important to that religion. A lot going on to it. So,
Andy, that's hilarious. Fighting 12 friends in his early 30s. That's hilarious. It's actually a good show about that called The Chosen.
So I always everyone knows Da Vinci's Last Supper, where they're all kind of around one side of the table. You know what that is? That's 13 Jews trying to split a check. Sorry.
That's pretty hilariously funny. So, James, how long was that stuff open for? Just to wonder. That went bad on you. So is Vinny coming back, or did we lose Vinny?
I don't know. I will. Give me a second.
Who's Vinny? Uncle Dan's friend.
You done yet?
Favorite Da Vinci joke is Jesus requested a table for 26, but only half showed up. Oh, 6 months? Really? Wow, it went bad really fast on you. I'm surprised it only lasted that long.
He was talking to Carla.
All right. Hello, you're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
You should see Dan's babies.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
cute little boy.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. Get him
It's the first time I've had a baby on the stream.
No, it's not allowed. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Maybe you can drink and I ain't worried about it.
So he knows exactly what midnight ritual tastes like.
See? There's your cousin.
I'll give you his notes.
Oh, look at him. Hello. He's awake. He's so cute. He's like, I need some milk.
His hands are the same size as mine too. It's ridiculous.
This is little baby Benjamin.
See your cousin? He's super cute.
He is super cute.
You should
I'm
come up
shocked.
and visit. I'm
Yep.
sure I can age something. Is there anything that you want me to try to age? You got any requests for my barrel?
It's a good idea. Solid choice. All right, kid, you gotta back off. I gotta put it back to regular screen. You can't be here.
So I was gonna make more of this out of all the stuff that people left in my
Yeah,
house.
don't do that.
But I need to, like, what should I finish cheap whiskey in?
What did you say is in there? Rum right now? So you said was in it?
Rum's in it right now, but I don't have. I can age something before I age this in it if I need to.
I'd put probably sherry or port back in it,
Just put some
and then
sugar in it,
and then put the cheap
Bourbon
whiskey in.
like all the cheap bourbons in it for a while, like the sherry.
That is probably good.
So should I do some Wee Beastie again after the rum?
Solid choice. You know what? Actually, the Wee Beastie will improve everything. So it's
It does. It's the fixer.
No, but that Wee Beastie with the rum, that was amazing. And then, like, literally 6 months later, they came out with drum. And I was like, what the
Hey,
hell?
is
This
there
is my
any-
idea.
Is there any Irish finished in whiskey? Or in rum, rather?
There is. It's horrific.
Oh, don't do that then?
Not to do that. It's called Tullamore Dew Caribbean Cask. It's not good.
I was thinking maybe throw Irish in there, but if it's
Oh,
terrible.
What if I just do some Doers? Would it come out as the Doers Caribbean or whatever?
It might. It couldn't hurt. Probably good to like
Everything-
white label and stick it in there.
Everything on that Doers line that I've tried of their finish,
It's
I've
good.
been impressed with.
Is there a better blended, or better, but like different than Doers you could throw in there? Maybe like some Cuddy or even some John Barr?
You know what would be good that price wise for you to pull her in there? White Horse.
Okay, yeah.
White Horse, because it's got a little Lagavulin in it.
Yeah, it's got some peat in it, and
Yeah. Throw
it's
that in there.
nice. And it's cheap. It's you can buy it by the 175. It'd be cheaper to use.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I think
throw some White Horse after
I
the
think
rum.
the only place that still sells that here in Tulsa is Park Hill.
Really?
So I have to run by Park
White
Hill.
Horse?
They stopped selling it everywhere. It was like a $30 handle. for
Yeah,
a
it's
mess,
cheap.
like $25 handle.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Teeling's small batch does have rum cast. You get a good point, James. That's true. And that one's actually good. But yeah, I think
The White Horse
I
might
might
be
try
good.
that White
Let's
Horse.
do the White Horse.
I think the White Horse would be good in there, dude. Yeah,
I
Are you
just-
running by Park Hill anytime?
Not super recent. Maybe. Who knows? Let me know. Yeah, I have to figure out that
Just
way.
let me know if you ever run that way.
Yeah.
I may run that way.
Yeah, I've got just
I think White
benchmark
Horse-
in mind right now.
So this is going to age after the White Horse then.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, like I put I put benchmark in when I don't have something like a project going on. Just because it keeps you got it. So when you have a little barrel, you got to keep it wet or ruin the barrel.
Yeah.
So benchmark's cheap enough. I always have it at home. It comes out good enough. Whatever, I'll drink it.
What if I get a handle of White Horse and I top it off with some Wee Beastie?
That's not a terrible plan either. Probably really good.
Yeah, so do 1.75 because they're 2 liter barrels and then like a quarter of a liter of Wee Beastie.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to this plan.
That might be really
I
good.
think that's what I'm going to do.
That sounds awesome. And very affordable too.
Yeah.
For someone that may not,
The
you never
White
know,
Horse,
right?
I don't know what it is now. I know the last time I was looking at it, it was like 20 something, like $22 or $20.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's super cheap. Yeah, we'll go 6 more minutes and then we'll get off because it's
Yeah.
going
I
on
have to
3
go home
hours at this
because I have to
point.
work in the morning and I work out in the heat and I walk.
And Vinny's got to deliver the mail. It's just very important.
And it's important that I'm not drunk when I'm delivering the mail.
Also, especially with the heat, it's really important you're not drunk.
Yes. You don't want me passed out in your yard, and you don't want me putting the mail in the wrong boxes.
No, none of these are good solutions. It's for the best.
Yeah. If I have to tell you the stories of me waking up with a water hose in my face after a night of drinking.
Not good. It's just all not good, dude.
That actually hasn't happened. So
No, thank God. That would be very bad. Pretty confident that that's frowned upon.
I'll see you later. It was good to see you.
Thanks, Benny. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Try to make it up here sometime, and I'll try to make it down to Dallas sometime.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, we got 4 minutes, and then we're getting off here because it's 12:30.
Yeah, it's crazy late.
12:26.
Okay, it's 12:26. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, enough time to pour a little more.
I'll not be pouring that again though.
The Kill.
The Johnny Walker Blonde.
Oh god. But White Walker was worse, right?
Yeah, White Walker's definitely worse. That blonde is awful. There's a reason. Like I said, it's from like 2015. It is not good.
I ain't even heard of it.
No, who knows where this thing got dug up from? God only know.
So you got any 4th of July plans, everybody?
I don't know. Mine is to do a stream probably about noon. That's my only plans right now.
Unless you come up to visit me.
Unless I come to visit you, then I'm doing it from your house.
I got the internet.
He's got the internet, and it works just fine. The worst thing is you get like a new YouTuber on here, and their shit flickers around because they don't have fast enough internet for it. It's not good. You should always check you have high quality internet, especially if you have a direct line. That's even better. So, but it's all good. Hardcore reviews doing pretty good, Dan. It's got like 120 something views, I think, on it right now. So it's done well. So can't complain.
Which one's that? I'm not familiar.
It's the newest community release.
Oh, okay.
It's got they use black malt in it. It's quite good. I really enjoyed it. So, but yeah, so tomorrow's review will be Jack Daniel's, the new Bonded. And then on Thursday, what was Thursday's review? Oh, I don't remember. Something fun, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, fermentation from Ardbeg. It's disgusting. That's all you need to know.
Oh, yeah, you said that, yeah.
It's the worst Ardbeg I've ever had by far. And then the liqueur. What's the liqueur this? Oh, it is. No, we reviewed that.
Did I send you home Bill's Persimmons liqueur?
You have not.
Where did I keep it? I can't remember.
You must have kept it because it hasn't come here. I'll be happily to review it, and I can send it. I can happily review it and send it back.
I thought I gave it to Mom, but I can't remember. It's not good.
And then No, the liqueur is sombrero, which is a coffee liqueur, but it's tequila based, unlike Kahlua, which is a rum base. It's quite good actually, and I got it for $6 at a gas station. So it's quite.
There you go.
So it's pretty good. So all Ardbeg is bad. No, you're wrong, Marshall. It's delicious. 99% of Ardbeg is good. Only a small amount of it is exceptional. We call that Dark Cove. But that's a different story for a different day. And he also donated that bottle to us, which we have to still review for him. I don't think any. I don't know, dude. I do not like that stuff. Isla equals bad.
That is such a lie. Lies.
So good. I love the Isla. It's my favorite region. Has been for probably 15 years plus.
Yeah.
I love Isla. It's so great.
Well, it's 12:30.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Probably for it's probably gonna be like a noon stream, guys. Just to hang. It'll probably be a short one too, since tonight was a almost 3-hour stream. Thanks for joining us. This was an awesome night, Danny boy. Thanks for joining, and
Definitely.
I will see everybody next week. So, cheers, everyone. See you guys next week. Evening.
Cheers.